Golden Eagle baseball today, the third and final game of the weekend series between our Southern Miss Golden Eagles and the Cal Santa Barbara Ball Club, the Gauchos of California, Santa Barbara. So rubber game of the series for Golden Eagles were able to pick up a victory on opening day, and this loss yesterday to the Gaucho Ball Club. So each team with a win as we get ready to play the rubber game today here at Pete Taylor Park. Kind of a rainy day, overcast day. Looks like a lot of that is starting to get out of here over the last hour or so. It's been here at the ballpark, but looks like it's moving away. So going to be a good day to play baseball here this afternoon as the Golden Eagles take on the Gauchos of the University of California, Santa Barbara. I had a chance earlier today to sit down with head coach Kristen Ostrander of the Golden Eagles. Here's our conversation about today's baseball game.
And welcome back, everybody, here to Pete Taylor Park, getting ready for Golden Eagle baseball. Today, the Eagles wrap up their season opening weekend series against Cal Santa Barbara. John Cox joined by head coach Kristen Ostrander. Time now for the Oz Report. And Oz, give us your thoughts on yesterday's ball game. A little bit of a batting duel yesterday, 8-6 win, though, for the Golden Eagles. What kind of stood out for you about the Golden Eagles, both on the hitting side and the pitching side yesterday?
Yeah, just tremendously proud of the guys for, you get down and you just kept fighting against a really good arm, against a good team. The offense was persistent. They just kept fighting, kept adding a run here and there. So got down 4-0, and that didn't look good, but they always seem to answer a little bit. Maybe not, the big, huge inning, but just keeping it, getting closer every time that Santa Barbara scored a run. So very proud of that. And I was very proud of our bullpen. I thought our bullpen, went 5 shutout innings. That was huge. Between Sundstrom, Armistead, Ock, and Clark, those guys really did what we had to do to give ourselves a chance to win.
Do you think that'll be one of the maybe the strengths of this Golden Eagles, that bullpen of the Golden Eagles, or is it too early to kind of tell that, or can you figure out that might be one of the strengths of this team?
It should be. The personnel's there. Some of them haven't done it yet at this level, and but certainly, what our eyes see, what we see and believe in, is one where, I think you could have a lot of options and stuff, but ultimately they got to go earn that and go out there and do it. But we feel confident that could be a strong suit, hopefully, with this team.
Baseball is a game of battling back. Yesterday you fell behind early 4-0, then came back and answered with a couple of runs. That's a good trend to have on your team, to have a ball club that can kind of answer something the other team does.
There's no doubt about it. And, we did that in the third inning. We did that in the fourth inning. So, it was a 6-2 game. Then we made it a 6-3 game. And then we finally started holding them and then just chipped away 2 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. And, it was just a great ball game, great college baseball game against 2 really good programs. And it was just a dogfight. It felt that way, felt like a heavyweight fight.
Obviously early in the season, but is this a team, the Golden Eagles, with as many veteran guys that they have, is a team that's going to be one that can respond all the time, or at least most of the time, to what the opponents can do?
I think the capabilities there of that. I think, baseball's a hard game, and you're not always going to be able to do that, but the maturity and leadership with this group, and especially offensively, should account for something. I mean, I don't ever see a scenario where these guys aren't just fighting and just grinding it out. And, you're going to have to, the opponents are going to have to do a lot, in my opinion, to hold these guys down.
Talk about pitching. Graydon Harris was the guy that started the ball game, but you used 4 other guys, I guess, out of the bullpen. You touched on that a little bit, but had to like what you saw out of that Golden Eagle bullpen yesterday.
Absolutely. Graydon didn't pitch bad, just probably wasn't quite as sharp. A few self-inflicted things with a couple freebies in one inning. I think the 4-run inning, there was maybe a walk and hit by pitch in there along with an error, and that's kind of a bad recipe, for the opportunity to give up a crooked number. But pitch count got up there, and, he gave us 3, and I know, he was frustrated with not doing more or how it resulted, but he'll be better. He'll come back and be ready to go. So, but then you look at the next 6 innings covered, you only give up 2 runs through the next 6 innings, and that was outstanding stuff. And I can't say enough for what Sundstrom did. 2 2/3. That's the bridge that you needed. You needed somebody to be able to come in, not just get 3 outs, but be able to get 6 to 9 outs. And he did a great job doing that. And then Armistead, Ock, and Clark just really slammed the door the last 3 innings.
Talk about Sundstrom a little bit, a guy that was used him in a couple of different roles last year. I think he started a few ball games and came out of the bullpen. Where do you kind of see him? Is he a guy this year you'll use mostly out of the bullpen?
I think you could see in many facets. I got total confidence and trust in him. Using him like we did yesterday, that's kind of what we call that a bridge piece. We call that if the starter gets in trouble early, first 4 or 5 innings, you need somebody that can get you more than just 3 outs and then kind of get you back into the bullpen deeper. So that's what he did yesterday. It was a great bridge, but he's certainly capable of more than that too. So he'll be ready, whatever we ask him to do, whether it's to get 9 outs in the middle of the game, 9 outs at the beginning of the game, or the end of the game. He'll be ready to go.
Rubber game of the series today here on a Sunday afternoon, so a great opportunity for the Eagles to take 2 out of 3 this weekend and get off to a pretty good start to the year.
No doubt, this is a great opponent, and it's been 2 tough games. This third game is going to be a dogfight, and man, that's what it's about, though. And I can't wait to watch our guys go compete today.
Can't talk too much about our Golden Eagle fans, and no matter what the weather's like, no matter what day of the week it is, they come out in tremendous numbers. It was a great atmosphere, not only Friday but again yesterday afternoon.
Well, they have a reputation, nationally. Everybody knows about our fans, and everybody knows about the support this community and our fans give. So, they know it, and it's evident, man. It's so evident. Anybody that tunes into the broadcasts and stuff, and on ESPN Plus or whatever, they'll see it. They see the sea of people, from the roost to the lounge to the stands, and yeah, it matters so much, and we appreciate it greatly.
And in a way, kind of helps the opponents. A lot of these teams we play don't have an atmosphere like that, so they kind of feed off that when they come to Pete Taylor Park.
Yeah, very well could. I think everybody that comes here and plays enjoys playing in this environment.
All right, let's go get one today and win the weekend series.
All right, thank you.
All right, Christian Ostrander, head coach of the Golden Eagles, game number 3 between the Golden Eagles and UC Santa Barbara here at Pete Taylor Park. That's the Oz Report. Back after this, Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield. And welcome back.
The first pitch to today's game is coming right up. But first, let's head inside the Golden Eagles dugout and visit with the head coach, Christian Ostrander. Brought to you by St. Dominic Memorial Hospital. Here again is John Cox.
And welcome back, everybody, here to Pete Taylor Park, getting ready for Golden Eagle baseball this afternoon. Third and final game of the weekend series between the Golden Eagles and Cal Santa Barbara. John Cox joined by Golden Eagles senior second baseman Kyle Morrison, going to tell us a little bit about himself and give us a bit of the inside scoop. And Kyle, that's always the first question. Obviously played at South Alabama, so you knew a lot about Southern Miss baseball. But what attracted you to Southern Miss, made you decide you want to be a Golden Eagle?
Yeah, I mean, when I played here last year, when we came and played Southern Miss here with South Alabama, Friday night I got here and the atmosphere was great. Knew they had a great team, and I stepped on Pete Taylor Park and immediately had success. Was able to hit 2 home runs that weekend and a handful of hits, and I just really enjoyed it. Enjoyed how Coach Oz and their coaching staff handled business and went along about their business. So, and then I entered the transfer portal, and they reached out to me, and I really didn't think twice about it. Knew this was a place I wanted to be at, and it kind of just took off from there.
I was going to ask you how that works. Is it you contacting Southern Miss, or Southern Miss contacted you, or maybe a combination of both?
No, I think Coach Rhodes reached out to me originally first, and then we kind of set up a visit, and I was able to come down and visit, and they took me around, Hattiesburg and around the field. And I just got that gut feeling when I was talking to Coach Oz, and he's a very kind of straightforward guy, which I like, and he kind of laid the blueprint out for me. So after talking with him, I went home and talked with my family and knew this was the place I wanted to be.
Well, just in the short time you've been here, has it been what you thought it would be here at Southern Miss?
It's been actually more than I thought it would be. I know Friday night when we rolled out here and I take the field for the first time at second base, I look out there and the roost is full, the lounge is full. You look up in the stands, they're full, and you got Colby Allen on the mound, so what more could you ask for? It was awesome.
At second base now for the Golden Eagles, has that always been your position, always been an infielder, or have you done other stuff in the game of baseball?
I've kind of tinkered with some outfield a little bit, played third most of my life, but I played second base in junior college, and I know Coach Oz, when I was coming here, he wanted me to play second base, so kind of just rolled over there and worked with Coach Krill, and like I said, it just kind of took off from there.
Should I ask you, tell everybody where Wetumpka, Alabama is if they don't already know.
Yeah, so most of the time when people ask me where I'm from, I just say Montgomery because not a lot of people know where Wetumpka is, but it's about 20 minutes straight north of Montgomery, and it's actually it's kind of funny. I'm about 15 minutes from Dre Barrett's hometown, so we kind of grew up knowing each other all of our lives, and it's pretty cool getting to play with pretty much another hometown kid.
All right, rubber game of this 3-game series this weekend against Cal Santa Barbara. What's the key today if the Eagles are going to win this weekend series?
Just pitching and defense. I mean, I think that wins you ball games, and I mean, if our lineup stays hot like it is, we have a very dangerous lineup and with a lot of talent and a lot of experience. So if we just manage the game how we're supposed to, I think it's going to be a good day for us.
Has that surprised you, kind of the depth and the ability, the talent of this Golden Eagle baseball team?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have a lot of older guys, a lot of experience, but then, I mean, the freshman class came in, and they're going to be some very good players. I mean, a lot of them are almost ready now, so they could roll out there and not miss a beat. But, yeah, I mean, just the amount of experience and mature hitters we have in the lineup, you kind of talk mature approaches and stuff like that with hitters, so it's been really good.
Hey, thanks for the visit today. Great to have you a part of our Southern Miss family, and let's go in a ball game today.
Yes, sir. Let's go win one.
All right, Kyle Morrison, Golden Eagles second baseman, is giving us a bit of the inside scoop, getting ready for the Golden Eagles in Cal Santa Barbara. Back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Keg and Barrel in Hattiesburg, proud sponsor, Southern Miss Athletics. Keg and Barrel is located at 1315 Hardy Street in a 100-year-old home. Keg and Barrel is open for business 7 days a week with cocktails, 60 beers on tap, 80-plus bourbons, and a new 23-foot big screen, and a full food menu including shrimp and grits, pizza, burgers, and much more. Keg and Barrel West is located at 6 Marketplace Drive in Hattiesburg with an oyster bar, steaks, cocktails, and 40 beers on tap. Keg and Barrel wishes the Golden Eagles good luck this baseball season.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACTA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Golden Eagle Baseball.
High fly ball, deep right field, going back, forget it, it's out of here.
2.
Kick and deliver, 2-2. Check swing, he went around. Right to the plate, high fly ball again, deep left field, going back. Another home run for Higdon.
Top.
Struck him out, and the Eagles are the regional champions. Deep to left field, going back to the wall, that's out of here. Tracking it down, he makes a catch, and this one belongs to the Golden Eagles this afternoon.
This is Southern Miss Baseball. Here's the voice of the Golden Eagles, John Cox.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Pete Taylor Park here on the campus of the University of Southern Mississippi. We are indeed getting ready for Golden Eagle Baseball today. The rubber game, the final game of the 3-game season opening weekend series between the Golden Eagles in California, Santa Barbara. The Gauchos of California, Santa Barbara, and the Golden Eagles of Southern Miss getting ready to square off. The two teams have each won a game over this opening weekend here at Pete Taylor Park today. The weather starting to clear up a little bit. We've had a little bit of a rain shower, not much. Of course, doesn't affect this artificial surface here at the Pete Taylor Park, but good crowd still kind of wandering into the ballpark this afternoon as we get ready for Southern Miss, and Cal Santa Barbara. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Southern Miss Baseball, Golden Eagle Baseball from Learfield. And the Golden Eagles take the field as we get ready for this afternoon's battle between two of the best teams in college baseball, the Golden Eagles in California, Santa Barbara. The Gauchos and the Golden Eagles squaring off here at Pete Taylor Park. Each team has won a ball game. In fact, Santa Barbara won the Friday ball game, opening day. They knocked off the Golden Eagles. The final score in that ball game was a 5-1 win for the Gauchos. The Golden Eagles, though, bounced back, able to win yesterday's ball game here at Pete Taylor Park by a final score of 8-6. On the mound for the Golden Eagles this afternoon, taking his warm-up tosses right now, the right-hander McCarty English. English on the mound for the Eagles, 6'1", 180, sophomore out of Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and Ocean Springs High School. So McCarty English on the mound for the Golden Eagles, taking his final warm-up tosses as we get ready to play today. Eagles starting lineup today. It'll be Kyle Morrison, who we just visited with. He'll be at second base, batting first at second base for the Golden Eagles. Joey Urban bats second. He's out in center field. Matt Russo bats third. He's the first baseman. Caleb Stelly will bat fourth. He's the designated hitter. Ben Higdon bats fifth. He's out in right field. Dre Barrett bats sixth. He's the third baseman. Davis Gillespie will bat seventh and be out in left field. Tucker Stockman will be behind the plate and catching and batting eighth. And Ty Long will bat ninth. He's the shortstop. And again, McCarty English on the mound for the Golden Eagles of Southern Miss here this afternoon on what's been kind of a windy, chilly day. We had a little bit of a rain shower in the last hour or so, but that looks like it's kind of cleared away. We're starting to see a bit of blue sky above us here at Pete Taylor Park. The lights are on, though, here at the ballpark as the Golden Eagles get ready to take on Cal Santa Barbara. And here we go, ready to go. English has finished his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to play baseball. And just as we do that, the sun starts to peek out from behind the clouds here at Pete Taylor Park. And here we go. It's Rowan Kelly to lead it off for Cal Santa Barbara. Kelly Left-hand hitting center fielder, hitting .375, a home run, 2 runs batted in. There's a pitch in for a called strike to get us underway this afternoon at Pete Taylor Park. Kelly, Goldstein, and Kosciuszko for Cal Santa Barbara here to start things off this afternoon. McCarty English on the mound for the Eagles. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Kelly. That misses inside, and a ball and a strike. Kelly, Goldstein, Kosciuszko against this Cal Santa Barbara ball club. Good hitting ball club. Great tradition of baseball out there at Cal Santa Barbara. Here's a pitch to the plate. Fastball called strike at the knees to Kelly. And 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now McCarty English on the mound for the Golden Eagles. It's a young man who did a little bit of everything coming out of that Golden Eagle bullpen a little while back during the season, the regular season a year ago. Out of that bullpen, about a guy that did a lot of different things for the Golden Eagles. Here comes the 1-2 to Kelly, and time called. And there's a time call now. Here comes the skipper of Cal Santa Barbara out of the dugout, out to have a quick conversation with the home plate umpire, then turns and heads back to the Gaucho dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rowan Kelly, left-handed hitting center fielder for the Gauchos. Pitch to the plate, fouled away down the left field side into the Golden Eagle bullpen. And so it stays 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kelly. This Cal Santa Barbara ball club, man, they hit the ball pretty well. Had a great year swinging the bats last year. They've had 21 hits and 70 at bats this weekend against the Golden Eagles. Pitch to the plate, line drive, base hit left field. So Rowan Kelly starts things off with a base hit for the Gauchos of Cal Santa Barbara, so they get the first base runner of the afternoon. So Kelly over at first base, leadoff man aboard for the Gauchos. There's Cade Goldstein now, left-hand hitting second baseman. First 3 hitters in the Gaucho lineup are all left-handed hitters. Goldstein hitting .500 this weekend to start the season. Another left-handed hitter. English checks and pitches to the plate. That's a pitch up high, and it's 1-0. Third baseman Barrett was inching in on the turf down there at third base. 1 ball, no strikes to Goldstein. Glad to have you with us, everybody, wherever you're listening in, however you're listening in here this afternoon. 1-0 pitch. Runner at first on the move. Pitches a strike throw down to second base. Is not in time. Kelly going to get his second stolen base of the year. And so the Gauchos have a runner at second. Nobody out here. Just underway in the top of the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cade Goldstein. Left-hand hitting second baseman. Again, the first 3 batters in the Gaucho lineup are all left-handed hitters. Here's English, checks back at second, pitch to the plate, breaking ball, swing and a miss. And 1 ball, 2 strikes to Goldstein. Goldstein 4 for 8 against Golden Eagle pitching this weekend. They've hit a couple of home runs against the Eagles this weekend. Here's the 1-2 coming to Goldstein from English. That's down in the turf, got away from the catcher, and Kelly's going to move over to third base. So runner at third for Cal Santa Barbara. They're in the top of the first inning. Kelly a single, stole second, goes to third on the wild pitch, so he's down to third base. Goldstein the batter. 2 balls and 2 strikes on him. Kosciuszko waits on deck for the Gauchos. Barrett in on the turf at third. Pitch swung on, line drive, foul, just past the bag at third. So going to stay at 2-2 count on Goldstein. Again, glad to have you with us, everybody. Another good crowd here at Pete Taylor Park. Some ominous dark clouds out on the horizon, but the lights are on here at the ballpark. Pretty good wind kind of blowing out towards right field. There's a pitch to the plate, and that's a strike. And a full count now on Goldstein. McCarty English drawing the starting assignment for the Golden Eagles. Trying to get a big out here with a runner at third. Pitch to the plate, swung on line, drive, base hit. And it's a 1-0 ball game. Goldstein's going to drive in his first run of the year. Kelly scores from third. And Cal Santa Barbara jumps out to a 1-0 lead on the Golden Eagles here this afternoon. Yeah, Goldstein, a guy who played a lot of baseball for this ball club, gets an RBI right there. We're going to bring up Cole Kosciuszko now, the left-handed hitting designated hitter for Cal Santa Barbara. Kosciuszko, a guy who hit .249 a year ago with 4 home runs, 29 RBIs. Not a lot of returning guys on this team. Almost a brand new ball club of sorts for Cal Santa Barbara. Throw over to first base, about Goldstein back. So 1 on, nobody out, 1 in. And the Gauchos have a 1-0 lead on the Golden Eagles. McCarty English to Kosciuszko. From the belt, kicks it, fires to the plate. There's a fastball called strike. Came up there about 93 miles an hour. Gauchos, they won the opening game on Friday. Eagles came back and won yesterday. Rubber game of the series here this afternoon. Throw to first. Diving back in is Goldstein over at first base. There's only, I guess, about 4 guys in the starting lineup today for Cal Santa Barbara who played a year ago for this team. That's kind of the way it is nowadays. A lot of new players each and every year. Pitch to the plate with the runner going. It's fouled back. So it stays 0-2 on Cole Kosciuszko. Kosciuszko, 6'2", 205, a senior out of Castro Valley, California. Played at Santa Barbara Community College before joining this ball club. Lead at first for Goldstein. McCarty English on the mound. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball fouled away. And it remains 0-2. Now, overcast skies, still some dark clouds out on the horizon. And we look off to our left. That's out west of the ballpark. And there's some dark clouds out there as well. But the sun, as I say that, the sun just kind of finds a way to peek through the clouds and illuminates the infield. 0-2 to Kosciuszko, but English throws to first and diving back in Goldstein. Now, 2 of the best teams in the country scoring off here today and have been squaring off this weekend here at beautiful Pete Taylor Park. 2 teams that are almost always in the regionals. There's a pitch up high, throw down to second base. It's going to be in time. Goldstein tries to steal second, but Stockman, a great throw down to second base, and Goldstein's caught stealing. And the base is empty now for Santa Barbara. 2 out, nobody on base. 1 run in. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch to the plate, bounce down to first. That's a foul ball. So Gauchos get an early run here at the top of the first inning, but Stockman throws out a potential base stealer down at second base. I said 2 outs a minute ago, just 1 out so far for Cal Santa Barbara here in the first inning. Pitch on the way, that's up high. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Kosciuszko stays at the plate. He's a .333 hitter this year, .249 hitter a year ago. 2-2 from English. Up high, and it goes off the tip of Stockman's catcher's mitt. Goes back to the screen. Full count now on Kosciuszko. Just underway today. Overcast skies. Chance of some rain later on this afternoon. 3-2, fouled back. It stays a full count on Kosciuszko. And we had a little bit of rain, not a lot, but just a little bit, probably an hour or so ago here at the ballpark. Good crowd, as you would expect, here at Pete Taylor Park this afternoon. 3-2 to Kosciuszko. Swing and a miss, and McCarty English going to strike him out. 2 away. So 2 out here in the first inning. Hosowski's going to be the batter. Nick Hosowski, right-hand hitting first baseman, 286 hitter on the year, home run, 3 runs batted in. He swings and misses at it. Off-speed pitch from English. Hosowski, a transfer from Ball State. He came from Ball State out to sunny California. 0-1 pitch, low and inside to Hosowski. Hosowski 2 for 7 so far this weekend in the series against the Golden Eagles. Pitch to the plate, a breaking ball misses. 2 balls and a strike to Nick Hosowski, with Jonathan Mendez waiting on deck for UC Santa Barbara. English 2-1 pitch, fouled back right side. That'll be out by the front gate. It remains a 2-2 count on Nick Hosowski. McCarty English on the mound for the Golden Eagles. And here's the 2-2. Pitch down around the knees, but missed a bit low, I think, and that may be a tad inside, and a full count now on Hosowski. This will be the 3rd consecutive batter that English has gone to a full count on. Pitch on the way, and that's a base on ball. So Hosowski going to draw base on balls with 2 outs and nobody on. He goes down to first base. 1-0 lead for UC Santa Barbara, and the batter going to be Jonathan Mendez now for the Gauchos. Mendez, right-hand hitting shortstop, 222 hitter so far this year. 314 hitter last year for the Gauchos with 11 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Pitch coming to Mendez. Here it is on the way. He takes that one low for a ball. Low and inside, 1-0. That was the 28th pitch so far this afternoon for McCarty English. 1-0 pitch coming to Mendez. English from the belt. Kicks and fires. Fastball called strike. Inside part of the plate to the right-handed hitter. That came up there at 92 miles an hour. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mendez. Hosowski, the runner at first with 2 out, and a 1-0 lead for UC Santa Barbara. 1-1 to Mendez, swing and a foul back. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mendez. English trying to get out of some bit of trouble here in the top of the first inning. Looks in to get the sign from Stockman. 1-2 pitch down low. Runner off and going, and that throw is high and not in time. Kind of delayed steal that time by Hosowski. He's going to steal his second base of the young season, go down to second base and get himself into scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Jonathan Mendez. Right-hand hitting shortstop for Cal Santa Barbara. English kicks and fires, 2-2. Swung on, popped him up. Foul territory, first base side. Russo over there looking up into the gray sky and makes the catch. And that's it for Mendez. And that's it for Cal Santa Barbara here in the top of the first inning this afternoon. They get a run, though. 1 run coming on 1 base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning this afternoon at beautiful Pete Taylor Park. It's UC Santa Barbara 1, Southern Miss coming to bat. Back in a moment, Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Now 1-0 lead for UC Santa Barbara as we go to the bottom of the first inning this afternoon at Pete Taylor Park under overcast skies. Had a little bit of rain just a while ago that kind of sent everybody back underneath the grandstand for a while, but lights are on, gray skies, but playing baseball. And here's Kyle Morrison, our guest on the pregame show, stepping in to lead it off for the Golden Eagles. Morrison, the transfer from South Alabama, hits .294 of the year. 5 home runs, 44 RBIs a year ago. There's a ground ball. First baseman dives to get it off his knees, throws for first base, and gets Morrison by a step and a half. Nice play down there by the first baseman. Kosowski makes the play and gets Morrison, and there's one away for the Golden Eagles here in the bottom of the first inning. Batter going to be Joey Urban for the Golden Eagles. Now Joey coming off a really good season a year ago for the Golden Eagles. Right-hand hitting center fielder. Pitch on the way, and that one wrapped around the plate. Missed for a ball. 1-0 to Joey Urban wearing that number 1 jersey. 1-0 pitch. Check swing. Pitch high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Urban. Great season last year. Played 53 games with 46 starts a year ago for the Golden Eagles. 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike at the letters, that time to Urban. Now a 2-1 pitch to Urban, the right-hander. Montgomery to the plate. That one misses. Kellen Montgomery, the right-hander on the mound for Cal Santa Barbara, making his 33rd career start. There's a 3-1 pitch, and Urban fouls it away over top of the Golden Eagle dugout. Montgomery, in his career, 16 wins and a dozen defeats. So he's been a guy that's pitched a lot of baseball. 3-2 coming to Urban. Montgomery rocks, kicks, delivers. That's up high. That's a base on balls to start things here for the Eagles with 1 out. Joey Urban trots down to first base. So Urban walks, and Eagles have their first base runner of the afternoon. 1-0 lead for UC Santa Barbara, playing here in the bottom of the first inning. Here comes Matthew Russo, now the left-handed hitting first baseman for the Golden Eagles. Throw to first, and Urban diving back in. So 1 out base runner for the Eagles. Down 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. You see Santa Barbara, a run in the top of the first this afternoon. Pitch to the plate, sails up high. 1 ball, no strikes to Russo. Russo again last year a .290 hitter, 18 home runs, 57 runs batted in a year ago. Pitch to Russo, takes that one for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Kellen Montgomery, the right-hander on the mound for Cal Santa Barbara. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. A little slow tapper down towards first base, picked up by the pitcher. The throw to first in time to get Russo. Urban moves down to second base, but Russo retired on a little tapper back to the mound. So 2 outs, Urban down at second. A 1-0 lead for Santa Barbara so far this afternoon. So with 2 away and Urban down at second, there's Caleb Stelly for the Golden Eagles. Stelly, one of the newcomers on this Eagle ball club, the transfer from Louisiana, played for the Raging Cajuns. Pitch to him is down low. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Kellen Montgomery, the right-hander, out of the mound for Santa Barbara. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Called strike. Inside part of the plate. Just above the belt. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Stelly, who hit .302 last year for the Raging Cajuns with 8 home runs. Fouls that one back. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stelly. Three years playing for Louisiana, .291 career batting average over there. Louisiana with 10 career home runs as he joins the Golden Eagles this year. 1-2 coming to Stelly. Pitch on the way. A line drive. Base hit center field. Around third comes Urban. He's going to try to score. Throw to the plate is off the mark. Got away from the catcher. Eagles have tied it up. And Stelly, who singles in the run, goes down to second base as the ball got away at home plate. And it's a Golden Eagle run to tie it up. 1-1 here at the bottom of the first inning. So Stelly, who drove in 35 runs a year ago, or 33 runs a year ago for Louisiana, gets one there and ties up the ball game here in the bottom of the first inning. A 2-out single to drive in a run by Caleb Stelly. He goes down there to second base on that throw to the plate. And here's Ben Higdon now for the Eagles. Left-handed hitting right fielder. Montgomery to the plate. Fastball called strike. So Santa Barbara gets a run in the top of the first. Eagles get it right back here in the bottom of the first inning. A 1 pitch coming to Higdon. Fouls it high down the left field line. That one's going to get out of play. Higdon, a .323 hitter a year ago for the Golden Eagles. 7 home runs and 22 runs batted in last year. Young man out of Paducah, Kentucky. Played for Memphis. He's played for Kentucky. He's played for John Logan College out of Paducah, Kentucky. Higdon waiting. 0-2 pitch. A swing, and he got a piece of that one. Fouled it back. Stays 0-2 on Higdon. Santa Barbara gets a run in the top of the first. Eagles have gotten it quickly back here in the bottom of the first inning. .02 now to Higdon. Montgomery, the right-hander, looks back at second. Pitch to the plate. That's down low. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Higdon. Cloudy, overcast day, windy day. That wind is picking up pretty good. Those flags out there on the big black wall in center field. Pitch to the plate's up high to Higdon. And 2-2 now to Ben. Higdon 1 for 7 in this weekend series against Santa Barbara. Runner at second, Stelly. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, center field. Right at the center fielder, drifting back to the edge of the warning track. Caught out there, and that'll do it for Higdon, and that'll do it for the Golden Eagles here in the bottom of the first inning, but not before they tie up the ball game. They get a run. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left on base. 1 inning in the book here at Pete Taylor Park this afternoon. All tied up. Southern Miss 1, Santa Barbara 1. Back in a moment. Southern Miss baseball, Golden Eagle baseball from Learfield.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder. Hi, I'm Tim from C-Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C-Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions, all backed by local 24/7 support. C-Spire, customer inspired.
I'm Shay at Carter's Collective Fine Jewelry, located in Hattiesburg, and I'm sure you've heard, but the price of gold is higher than it's ever been. So what does that mean? It means do something with the jewelry you don't want anymore or you're not wearing, like custom create a one-of-a-kind piece, let us restore it, and you can pass it down. You can trade it in, or you can sell it for cash. Just do something. So what are you waiting for? Make an appointment on carterscollective.com or visit Carter's Collective on US Highway 98 beside Chick-fil-A in Hattiesburg.
Well, we're going to head to the top of the second inning. At Pete Taylor Park, the Golden Eagles all tied up. 1-1 ball game, the Golden Eagles and Santa Barbara. Kearney English on the mound for the Eagles. He's going to face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the Santa Barbara lineup here in the top of the second inning. And leading it off for Santa Barbara here in the second inning. Here's Xavier Esser will come to the plate. .333 hitter. No home runs, couple of runs batted in. Transfer from the University of Arizona. Right-handed hitter. .281 last year. There's a pitch on the way. Missed inside for a ball. So 1 run in the top of the first for Santa Barbara. Eagles get it back in the bottom of the first inning. 1-1 as we've moved to the second inning this afternoon. Esker waiting. Here's the 1-0 pitch from English. That's down low as well, and it's 2-0. Yeah, pretty good breeze blowing. The pennants out there on the big black wall in center field are moving around pretty good. The American flag, the Mississippi State flag out there on the big flagpole in center field. Esker's waiting for the pitch, high and inside from English, and it's 3-0. Eagles start to get a little bit of activity stirring down in their bullpen here early on. Esker the batter, and here's the 3-0 from English. Missed inside a 4-pitch walk. Second walk issued by McCarty English. So Esker goes down to first base, and the batter going to be Noah Carliner. Right-hand hitting center fielder. That's going to bring a trip from Christian Ostrander. Oz is on his way out to the mound to talk to the young right-hander McCarty English, who's getting the starting assignment here this afternoon for the Golden Eagles. Good crowd today. The weather, of course, was kind of iffy there for a while, but good crowd, man. They are settled in, ready for some baseball here this afternoon. This Golden Eagle fan base, they've been talking about Golden Eagle baseball for a long, long time. Excited for this season to get here. And the Eagles get a little bit of activity up in the bullpen. Looks like Brooks Willoughby is starting to toss down there in the Golden Eagle bullpen. So Willoughby, the left-hander out of Vicksburg and Warren Central High School, starts to loosen up. And he's been joined by another guy down there in the Golden Eagle bullpen. So a couple of guys starting to throw down in the Golden Eagle bullpen as we work in the second inning. 1-1 ball game between Southern Miss and Cal Santa Barbara. Carliner the batter, right-handed hitter. Pitch on the way from English. Stays up high. 1 ball, no strikes to Carliner. .375 hitter on the year. No home runs, 3 runs batted in. Transfer from. It's up high and inside. That's a called strike. Got in there on the inside part of the plate. He's a transfer from Cal State Dominguez Hills. Moving over to play for Santa Barbara. Esker over at first, nobody out. Pitch on the way. Strike on the inside corner to the right-handed hitter by McCarty English. A lot of transfers on this Santa Barbara ball club. They were, again, 36-18 a year ago. 16-14 in conference play. 1-2 to Carliner. Check swing. He held up, and that one missed inside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Noah Carliner. the right fielder for this Cal Santa Barbara Ball Club. English looks over at first base. Pitch on the way. Check swing. That one down low. And a full count now on Carliner. Be the fourth batter that English has gone to a full count on here in the first couple of innings. 3-2 coming to Carliner. Pitch on the way, runner going, pitch a breaking ball called strike, throw down to second on the money, and they get him. Esker is caught still, and great throw down by Stockman. Ty Long took the throw and slapped the tag on Esker, and there's one away here in the second inning. That's the second runner that Stockman's already thrown out here this afternoon. So bases empty. And, of course, Carliner was at the plate. And this is now Matt Stagg. So that's a strike him out, throw him out, double play there by the Golden Eagles. And here's Stagg, who's a .333 hitter, right-hand hitting left fielder. 1-0 pitch. Little ground ball back up the middle. That's a base hit for Stagg. So Stagg's got his first base hit of the afternoon. The batter going to be Nico Livid. Livid will be the batter. 1-1 ball game here in the top of the second inning on a cloudy, overcast, kind of windy day here at Pete Taylor Park. Each team with a run in the first inning this afternoon. Livid, the batter. He's a transfer from the University of San Diego. Here's one hit out to short. Long's got it. He'll step on the bag at second and in the inning. And that's it for Cal Santa Barbara here in the top of the second inning. Get a guy on, but nothing doing. No runs in the inning. No runs, a base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning, a 1-1 ball game. Southern Miss and Cal Santa Barbara here at Pete Taylor Park. Back in a moment, Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield. On the bottom of the second inning this afternoon into Pete Taylor Park. Golden Eagles, a 1-1 game with Cal Santa Barbara. Final game of the weekend series. Each team's won a game this weekend. So one of these teams going to win the weekend series between the two. The Eagles will send up Barrett, Gillespie, and Stockman here in the bottom part of the second inning. On the mound, Kellen Montgomery, the right-hander for Cal San Diego, or Santa Barbara rather, Cal Santa Barbara, University of California, Santa Barbara. And the Golden Eagles is a ground ball out to short, scooped up, throw to first is in time, one away. So Barrett grounds out, one down Eagles here in the second inning, and here's Davis Gillespie. Gillespie, the right-hand hitting left fielder, .242 hitter a year ago, 8 home runs, 30 runs batted in for Christian Ostrander's ball club. Pitch on the way to Gillespie is a called strike inside part of the plate from Kellen Montgomery, the right-hander. He'll work quickly. 0-1, fouled back by Gillespie. Each team with a run in the first inning this afternoon. So 1-1 as we play here at the bottom of the second inning. Here's Montgomery with an 0-2. Coming to Gillespie. He rocks, kicks and delivers, and it's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Davis Gillespie. With Tucker Stockman waiting on deck for Christian Ostrander's ball club. Now the 1-2. That's fouled back in the turf. Going to stay 1-2 now at Gillespie. Windy day. The flag's out in center field, kind of blowing softly towards right field in the right field roost. A great crowd here once again at Pete Taylor Park watching the Golden Eagles. 1-2 coming to Gillespie. It's a breaking ball up high, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Travis Creel, as usual, coaching down at the third base for the Golden Eagles. Ben Brewer over at first. 2-2 pitch. Missed inside to Gillespie. It's going to make it a full count. Gillespie looking for his first base hit of this weekend series. Here's Montgomery, 3-2 pitch, and he walked him. Pitch up high and inside. So base on balls to Gillespie. He'll try it down to first base. Eagles have a 1-out base runner here in the second inning. Brings up Tucker Stockman. Stockman, great year a year ago for the Golden Eagles. Hit .332 a year ago with 6 home runs, 33 runs banded in. Pitch to the plate, breaking ball outside, 1-0. Short lead at first for Gillespie with 1 out. 1-0 pitch, Stockman, that hit him. That hit Stockman, I think, on the hip, I believe. Let's see, the runner off and running, and they're going to send him back. And well, I thought it might have got a piece of Stockman that time, but apparently must have got a piece of the bat. So Stockman stays at the plate with a count of 1-1, and Gillespie's got to go back to first base. Stockman, the batter, long waiting on deck for the Golden Eagles. One pitch coming to Stockman. Breaking ball misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. What great crowd here that wants the Golden Eagles and this ball club from Cal Santa Barbara. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and it's 2-2 now to Stockman. One ball game as we play here in the second inning this afternoon. Throw to first, diving back in is Gillespie. Gillespie last year got into the starting lineup early and stayed there. Here's Stockman waiting. Gillespie over at first, pitch to the plate, check swing, held up. Three-two to Stockman. Montgomery went to a full count of Gillespie and walked him. 3-2 coming to Stockman. Swing and a miss. And Stockman must have got a piece of that one. Stays alive on a 3-2 pitch. Just got enough of that one to stay alive, and back to first base goes Gillespie. 3-2 coming to Simon. It's on the way. Swung on, fly ball, deep center field. Center field going back to the track at the wall, going to make the catch. High fly ball out to deep center field. And there'll be 2 away. Batter going to be Ty Long. So Barrett grounds out. Gillespie. Long 2 for 5 to start the season for the Golden Eagles. Bounces this one towards third. Foul ball. Nice. Oh, Travis Creel trying to snag that one, but couldn't quite get to that one. So 0-1 to Long. Each team with a run in the opening inning here this afternoon. 0-1 to Long. That's a foul back. That got the mask of the home plate umpire, Christopher Simons. In fact, it knocked that mask off, and Christian Ostrander steps out, and here comes the other umpire. It's going to make sure Chris Simons okay back there behind the plate. Ball getting squarely in the face mask there. 1-1 game. We're in the second inning here at Pete Taylor Park in Hattiesburg. And he's okay. No balls and 2 strikes to Ty Long. Each team will run in the first inning. That's where we are here in the bottom of the second right now. A 1-1 ball game between the Golden Eagles and Cal Santa Barbara. So ready to go again. 0-2, the count on Long. Well, the sun starting to pop out now, illuminating the baseball diamond here. There we go, 2 coming along. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball called. Strike 3. That's it for Long. That's it for the Golden Eagles here in the second inning this afternoon. No runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left on base. 2 innings in the book this afternoon at beautiful Pete Taylor Park. 1-1 ball game. Southern Miss and Cal Santa Barbara. Back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball from Learfield.
Down to the Silver Slipper.
Every Thursday night at Silver Slipper, you get your chance to play Progressive Slippers of Cash, where a $5,000 jackpot grows weekly until someone wins. We're giving away $100 in free slot play every 30 minutes from 3 to 6:30. And at 7 p.m., one guest will win the jackpot or up to $500 in free slot play. Progressive Slippers of Cash every Thursday night at 7, only at Silver Slipper.
Have a good time at the Silver Slipper.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Now we're going to move to the top of the third inning this afternoon. 1-1 ball game between Southern Miss and Cal Santa Barbara. Glad to have you with us, everybody, wherever you might be listening in, however you might be listening in. Some dark clouds way out over the outfield fence and off to our left a little bit. That's out to the west. But the sun is as bright right now as it probably has been all day long. Top of the third, and Cal Santa Barbara going to send up the top of the order. Kelly, Goldstein, and Kosciuszko scheduled up for Cal Santa Barbara here in the third inning. Rowan Kelly, the left-handed hitting center fielder, singled, stole a base, scored a run back in the first inning. There's a strike, and it's 0-1. Kelly, a .355 hitter a year ago with 6 home runs and 40 runs batted in. And the 0-1 to Kelly, a ground ball out to second. Morrison scoops it up, throw to first in time, and there's one away. One down. The Gauchos here in the 3rd inning. New second baseman for the Golden Eagles, Kyle Morrison. Enjoyed visiting with him earlier today on our pregame show. Came to Eagles out of South Alabama. Cade Goldstein now the batter for Santa Barbara. Fastball and a called strike from McCurdy English, who's drawn the starting assignment for the Golden Eagles this afternoon. English out of Ocean Springs, the sophomore right-hander. Pitch to Goldstein is down low, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Southern Miss 1. Cal Santa Barbara 1. We're playing here in the 3rd inning. English 1-1. Stayed up high. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Goldstein. Santa Barbara a year ago, 36-18 on the year. 2-1 pitch. Hit hard down to first, but a big hopper right into the glove of Russo, who's going to step on the bag, and there are 2 away. Hard hit, but right at Russo. So a ground out to second, a ground out down to first base. 2 away, and there's Cole Kosciuszko now for Santa Barbara for the Gauchos. Kosciuszko struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. Pitch on the way from English. That's hit down to first and a diving stop by Russo, and he'll win the foot race to the bag. That was about to get by him out into right field. Russo was able to kind of dive and snag it, get up and win the foot race to the bag, and that's it for Kosciuszko, and a great play defensively by Russo down in first base. Down in order, Cal Santa Barbara in that 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-1 ball game. Southern Miss and Santa Barbara back in a moment. This is Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA. It is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families. And one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas.
Congratulations on getting your diploma.
You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, top of the order for the Eagles. Here's Kyle Morrison, the left-hand hitting second baseman. First pitch up high. And is 1 ball, no strikes. Morrison grounded out to first back in the 1st inning. To start the ball game, here's the 1-0 pitch. He fouls that one back into the apartments. And 1-1 now to Morrison. Morrison enjoyed visiting with him on the pregame show. Transfer from South Alabama, where he hit .294 last year. 1-1 pitch. A breaking ball called strike. Hit 2 home runs against the Golden Eagles last year. 2-1 to Morrison, the right-hander. Kellen Montgomery on the mound. There's a swing and a miss by Morrison, and a 2-2 count now on Kyle. Now the 2-2. That's taken for a strike, and that's a strikeout of Morrison. Morrison caught looking. And one away for the Eagles here in the bottom of the third inning. It'll bring up Joey Urban for the Eagles. Joey walked, scored a run back in the first inning. Right-handed hitting center fielder for the Golden Eagles. Joey, a guy who transferred in last year, got into that starting lineup and had a tremendous season, both offensively and defensively for Christian Ostrander's ball club. 1 ball, no strikes to Urban. A breaking ball called strike from Montgomery. And so a ball and a strike down to Joey. Pitch on the way, line drive, base hit in the left field. That time Montgomery left one out over the plate, and Urban slashes it out into left field. He's got his first base hit of the day and the first base hit of the season for Joey Urban. 1 out, 1 on for the Eagles now here in the bottom of the third inning in a 1-1 ball game. Here's big Matthew Russo stepping in. Russo hit one back to the pitcher in the first inning. Throw to first, diving back in Urban. Close play over there at first base. He just got a hand back in over there at first base. Russo waiting. Here's the pitch on the way. It's outside for a ball, 1-0. Kellen Montgomery on the mound this afternoon for Cal Santa Barbara. One to Russo, a breaking ball high, and it's 2-0. Montgomery on the mound, Kellen Montgomery. He has thrown 48 pitches as he works here in the third inning this afternoon. 2-0 to Russo from the right-hander. That's lined right into the glove of the second baseman. They don't get a play back at first base. Hard hit ball right at the second baseman. And so 2 away. 2 down for the Eagles here in the bottom of the third inning. So hard hit, but right at Goldstein. And now here is Caleb Stelly for the Eagles, who singled back in the first inning. 1 for 1 this afternoon. Throw to first, diving back in. Over at first is Urban. Urban a year ago was a guy could steal some bases for the Golden Eagles. Pitch on the way, breaking ball. It's tapped down into the turf, bounces back towards the screen. So Urban the runner at first, 2 out Eagles here in the bottom of the third of a 1-1 ball game this afternoon. 1 coming to Stelly, swing and a miss. Stelly in the hole, 0-2. A little bit of rain earlier today here in Hattiesburg and Pete Taylor Park. There's Stelly waiting on a delivery from the right-hander Kellen Montgomery. Montgomery from the belt to the plate. Fly ball down the right field line. That one's going to be caught down that right field line by the ball club from Santa Barbara, and that's it for Stelly, and that's it for the Golden Eagles here in the third inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, a runner left. Eagles have left a runner in each of the first 3 innings this afternoon. Headed to the 4th inning here this afternoon at beautiful Pete Taylor Park. It's a 1-1 ball game between Southern Miss and UC Santa Barbara. Back in a moment, Golden Eagle baseball. Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
Keg & Barrel in Hattiesburg, proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. Keg & Barrel is located at 1315 Hardy Street in a 100-year-old home. Keg & Barrel is open for business 7 days a week with cocktails, 60 beers on tap, 80-plus bourbons, and a new 23-foot big screen, and a full food menu including shrimp and grits, pizza, burgers, and much more. Keg & Barrel West is located at 6 Marketplace Drive in Hattiesburg with an oyster bar, steaks, cocktails, and 40 beers on tap. Keg and Barrel wishes the Golden Eagles good luck this baseball season.
Farm Bureau Insurance is the home team in your hometown. You'll see our agents at high school sporting events, the local sports park, or the next big college game. We're in your neighborhood, ready to help you and your family protect what's important. Farm Bureau Insurance is headquartered right here in Mississippi with local agents in your community. Get a free quote at favorites.com or find a local agent at msfbins.com. Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
Now we're going to go to the top of the fourth inning, and a new pitcher on for the Golden Eagles. This is the right-hander Thomas Crabtree, 6'4", 200-pound junior, transfer from Tennessee, University of Tennessee, out of Collierville, Tennessee. So Thomas Crabtree on the pitch for the Eagles as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Crabtree last year at Tennessee pitched in a dozen ball games, 2 starting assignments, 10 times out of the volunteer bullpen. Worked 15 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 5 walks, 20 strikeouts. Opponents hit 151 against him last year, earned run average of 3.00. So the right-hander Thomas Crabtree on the pitch for the Eagles here as we go to the fourth inning. Osofsky will be the batter to lead it off for Santa Barbara. Right-handed hitting first baseman walked his first time up and stole the base. Pitch on the way from Crabtree. Fastball inside for a ball. Crabtree, Collierville High School, but pitched at Pearl River Community College before going to Tennessee. 1-0 pitch to Osofsky, and he hits this one high to right field. That one going back. Higdon going back to the wall. That is a home run. Osofsky hits a home run, his second of the year, his second this weekend against the Golden Eagles. And just like that, Santa Barbara has grabbed a 2-1 lead on the Golden Eagles here this afternoon as Osofsky, who's a transfer from Ball State, hits one out of the ballpark. So 2-1 lead now for Santa Barbara with a leadoff home run by Osofsky. Brings up Jonathan Mendez, the right-hand hitting shortstop for Cal Santa Barbara. Mendez popped out back in the first inning, so 0 for 1 this afternoon. Crabtree, the right-hander, to the plate. That's a breaking ball called strike. And 0-1. So 2-1 lead now for UC Santa Barbara this afternoon. Crabtree looks in, 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip back into the catcher's mitt. It's 0-2. Mendez, who hit .314 for this club a year ago with 11 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Crabtree looks in, gets the sign from Stockman. 0-2 to Mendez, and he fouls it back out of play. And it's 0-2 on Mendez with Esker waiting on deck for Santa Barbara. Good crowd today. Those Eagle fans, they love their baseball. A lot of them are hanging out with us all day long here at the ballpark. 0-2 coming to Mendez. Hits it foul past the bag at third off that face of that bullpen wall down that left field side. And it's 0-2 still on Mendez. Cal Santa Barbara 36-18 last year, 16-14 in league play. Here's the 0-2. That's down low to Mendez, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 2-1 ball game, a home run by Osofsky to start things off here in the fourth inning. Has got Santa Barbara on top of the Golden Eagles, 2-1. 1-2 to Mendez. Line drive, base hit, center field. Mendez has his first base hit of the ball game. And a base runner in Mendez at first, going to bring up Xavier Esker. Esker will be the batter. He walked and was caught stealing back in the second inning. So Esker the batter. 2-1 ball game is Santa Barbara on top of the Eagles thanks to that home run by Hosowski a moment ago. Esker the batter. 333 hitter. Pitch on the way. Down low. Good stop by Stockman. McCarty English, the starter for the Golden Eagles today. Crabtree now has followed him onto the mound this afternoon for the Golden Eagles. One pitch. They're going to throw to first and diving back in Mendez. Santa Barbara again a year ago. They were 36-18 last year, 16-14 in league play. Eagles last year 47-16, 24-6 in league play. Throw to first. Diving back in is Mendez. 2-1 lead for Santa Barbara as we play here in the top of the fourth this afternoon. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. So a ball and a strike down to Esker, who played at Arizona before joining this Santa Barbara ball club. Mendez at first, nobody out for Cal Santa Barbara. Fastball called strike to Esker. That called strike, it makes it 1-2. A great crowd here today at Pete Taylor Park, despite some of the iffy weather. Man, there are people everywhere. Right field roost, down on the hillside, up in the grandstands. Throw to first, diving back in Mendez. So great turnout of Golden Eagle fans here this afternoon. 1-2 coming to Esker. That misses inside. Like a pretty good pitch that time by Crabtree, but just missed inside. 2-2. Mendez at first. Nobody out for the Gauchos. Swing and a miss on a pitch inside, and that's a Crabtree strikeout of Esker. It's a way to bounce back. Gave up the home run in the single, but he comes back and strikes out Esker. One away for Santa Barbara here in the fourth inning. There's Noah Carliner, right-hand hitting right fielder. Called out on strikes back in the second inning this afternoon. The right-hander Crabtree for the Eagles. Kicks it, fires. Good looking pitch down low, just missed. And it's 1-0. Carliner, who played at Cal State Dominguez Hills before joining this Santa Barbara ball club. Throw to first, diving back in. That time is Mendez. He almost got caught leaning the other way, but he dove back in safely. 2-1 ball game. Santa Barbara on top of the Golden Eagles. 1-0. Coming to Carliner. Runner going. The throw down is not going to be in time, and it kind of ricocheted away a short distance, but long backing up the play back there behind second base. So stolen base for Mendez. So Mendez down at the second base. One out, one in, and a 2-1 ball game in favor of Cal Santa Barbara. On a chilly day, a windy and chilly day here at Pete Taylor Park. Carliner waiting, the right-handed hitter. Swings and foul, tip that one back. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Noah Carliner. Max Stagg waiting on deck for Santa Barbara. A great crowd out in that right field roost. There are people everywhere there. The hillside is full. The stands are full. What a great crowd here for the Golden Eagles in Cal Santa Barbara this afternoon. Carliner waiting. Crabtree, 2-1 pitch. Hit down to third. That's a base hit out into left field. Now hold the runner at third. First and third now, so Carliner with a base hit. He gets his first base hit of the afternoon. So Mendez, he went to third base. Mendez at third. Carliner at first. Max Stagg, the batter, the right hand hitting left fielder. Now Stagg, a single to center field back in the second inning. Santa Barbara got a run in the first, as did the Golden Eagles. But they've just added one here in the fourth inning and make it a 2-1 lead for Santa Barbara. Stagg, the batter, who started his career at Central Arizona College. Pitch to the plate. Fastball. That one misses for ball one, 1-0. Thomas Crabtree, the right-hander, on the mound for Southern Miss as we play here in the fourth inning. Runner at first takes off and steals without a throw. Crabtree didn't see him, wasn't paying attention to him, and so Carliner just took off and went down to second base and stole the base. Runners now at second and third. Pitch to Stagg. Stayed high and inside, or did it? No, just nipped the corner. Good pitch that time by Crabtree. One ball, one strike on Stagg with Mendez at third. Carliner down at second base. Crabtree, the right-hander, to the plate. Swing and a miss. He's going to strike out Stagg, or did he? No, that was just strike two. Like Stagg started to take off towards the dugout, but strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Libet, the batter, is on deck as Stagg tries to make something happen here for Santa Barbara. Pitch for Crabtree. Missed inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Playing here in the top of the fourth this afternoon. 2-1 lead right now for Santa Barbara. Pitch coming to Stagg. Crabtree delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's a big strikeout for Crabtree. He needed that one, so Crabtree gets his second strikeout. Mendez stays at third. Carliner stays at second. And Nico Libet will be the batter, the right-hand hitting catcher, who bounced into a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Chance now for Crabtree to get out of the inning with only 1 run across. Pitch to the plate. Called strike. Or is it? Nope, that one going to miss. That looked pretty good, but just missed inside to the right-hand hitting Libet. 2-1 lead for Santa Barbara this afternoon. They've got 2 on. 1-0 pitch to Libet. Swung on, fly ball, right field, but right at Higdon is going to make the catch, and well, Crabtree got out of it with a couple of guys remaining on base. So Libet flies out to right field. That ends the inning for Santa Barbara here on the top of the fourth. They get a run, though, on the home run by Hasovsky. 1 run coming on 3 base hits. No errors, a couple of guys left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth this afternoon at beautiful Pete Taylor Park. Golden Eagles down 2-1 this afternoon to UC Santa Barbara. Back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth inning this afternoon at beautiful Pete Taylor Park on a 62-degree afternoon. Eagles out quickly today, but they're down 2-1 right now. And there's Ben Higdon to lead it off for him. Christian Ostrander's ball club at the bottom of the fourth inning, facing Kellen Montgomery, who was the starter today for Santa Barbara. Higdon 0 for 1, a fly ball to center field. And time called. Montgomery making a long time out there, out on the mound. Montgomery on the mound. Now here's a trip out by the manager of Cal Santa Barbara. It might be an equipment issue. The catcher goes over there, the home plate umpire. So let's see if he emerges with a perhaps another catcher's mitt there. Right now, a 2-1 ball game. Each team got a run in the first inning this afternoon. Santa Barbara got one in the top of the fourth, so a 2-1 ball game. And they're looking at something. I can't tell how they're looking. It looks like they're wrapping, maybe re-wrapping that. Looks like the right wrist or something there, or something to do with that. Might be electronic. That's what it is. They got that communication device in that right ear. That's what they were fixing there. Make sure that they could. A lot of communication. Way you can communicate nowadays in college baseball. All right, here we go. Ben Higdon. Left-handed hitting, right fielder. Pitch on the way to Higdon, called strike. Breaking ball. And it's 0-1. And 0-1 pitch on the way. That one fouled away. And quickly 0-2 on Higdon. Higdon, Barrett, and Gillespie for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fourth inning. On a chilly Sunday afternoon here at Pete Taylor Park, and people everywhere here at Pete Taylor Park today, despite the weather. 0-2 up high. And a 1-2 count now on Higdon. Higdon, Barrett, and Gillespie for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fourth inning. One-two to Higdon. Line drive right into the glove of the shortstop. Hit it hard, but the shortstop, Mendez, went down low to get that one, and there's one away. And we're going to bring up Dre Barrett now for the Golden Eagles. Barrett this afternoon, one at bat. He grounded out to short back in the second inning. Kellen Montgomery, the right-hander. That pitch to the plate missed inside to the right-handed hitter, 1-0. Glad to have you with us, everybody, wherever you're listening in. There's a breaking ball called strike on the inside corner to Barrett that time. Now the 1-1. Ground ball off the glove of the pitcher. Second baseman picks it up. Throw to first is in time. It's a good play by the second baseman that time. Goldstein off the glove of the pitcher. So it didn't roll on its own out towards second base, and racing in that time was Goldstein to get there and make the play at first to retire Barrett, and they're 2 away. 2 up, 2 down for the Eagles here in the bottom of the fourth inning, and the batter going to be Davis Gillespie. Pitch to him. Stayed inside and high. That's ball one. 1-0 to Gillespie. Gillespie 0 for 7 in this weekend series. There's a 1-0 that misses, and it's 2-0. Urban, Barrett, and Stelly have been the most productive hitters for the Eagles in this weekend series. 2-0 pitch. That misses again. 3-0 to Davis Gillespie. Now the 3-0. That misses. That's a 4-pitch walk. Gillespie walks for the second time this afternoon. Walked in the second, now walks here in the fourth. Two-one ball game. A bit of a pitcher's duel here this afternoon. The Eagles trailing UC Santa Barbara. Each team has won a game this weekend. This is the rubber game of the weekend series. Tucker Stockman at the plate, 0 for 1. He flew out to center back in the second inning. Pitch to Stockman's a breaking ball in the turf, blocked nicely that time by the catcher. And keeps Gillespie over there at first base. Stockman waiting, and a right-hander. Montgomery to the plate. There's a called strike on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stockman. Kellen Montgomery, he's worked 3 2/3 innings today, giving up 2 hits and 1 run that was earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. A 2-1 ball game in favor of UC Santa Barbara. 1-1 come to Stockman. That time called. Gillespie the runner at first. 2 outs. One and 2 coming to Stockman. And here it is. Swing and a miss. Stockman out on strikes, and that's it for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left. Eagles have left 1 on in each of the 4 innings so far this afternoon. Now we head to the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 ball game as Santa Barbara on top of the Golden Eagles this afternoon at Pete Taylor Park. Back in a moment, Golden Eagle baseball from Learfield.
Chevy Trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy Trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Top of inning number 5 here at Pete Taylor Park. Kind of a chilly afternoon. Lights are on. Cloudy skies above us here at Pete Taylor Park. 2-1 ball game. As Cal Santa Barbara on top of the Golden Eagles this afternoon. And Crabtree going to remain on the mound for the Golden Eagles here as we go to the 5th inning. He'll face the top of the Gaucho lineup, Kelly, Goldstein, and Kosciuszko. There's Kelly 1 for 2 today, a single, a run scored back in the 1st inning along with a stolen base and a ground out. So 1 of 2 on the scorecard for Kelly. Crabtree kicks it, fires. It's a fastball called strike. And it's 0-1. Glad to have you with us, everybody, wherever you're listening in, however you're listening in here this afternoon. Opening weekend of the season. Pitch to Kelly. Down low from Crabtree. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 runs, 6 hits for Santa Barbara. 1 run, 2 hits for the Golden Eagles this afternoon. 1-1 to Kelly. Called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Great crowd here today for these two ball clubs. Not the best of weather conditions today. A little chilly. A little windy. Here's the 1-2 coming to Kelly, and he fouls it away the first base side. But nothing keeps the Golden Eagle fans from coming out to Pete Taylor Park. And they are here in great numbers here this afternoon, watching their Golden Eagles play the opening series of the season. Pitch coming. That one is outside. So Kelly now with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes on him. Goldstein on deck. Kosciuszko would follow him. 2-2 coming to Kelly. Hit down to third base, scooped up there by Barrett. Long throw across the diamond, and it's in time. Nice play there to get Kelly. And 1 out here in the top of the 5th for Santa Barbara. And the batter going to be Cade Goldstein. Goldstein 1 for 2, single back in the first inning. Each team got a run in the first inning today. Santa Barbara added a run in the top of the 4th inning. Pitch on the way. That one misses to Goldstein. And it's 1-0. Thomas Crabtree on the mound for the Golden Eagles, a young man out of Collierville, Tennessee. Pearl River Community College in Tennessee also on his resume. Here's a 1-0 pitch. It's down low. And it's 2 balls and no strikes to Goldstein. Two-1 lead for UC Santa Barbara. Each team has won a game this weekend in the 3-game series. Here's a 2-0 pitch to Goldstein. Called strike from Crabtree up high at the letters, and it's 2-1. Two runs, 6 hits, an error for Santa Barbara. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Golden Eagles this afternoon. Pitch to the plate. It's down low. 3 balls and a strike. Now to Goldstein. Glad to have you with us, everybody, wherever you're listening in. And again, however you're listening in, we're glad you're a part of our broadcast this afternoon. 3-1 coming to Goldstein. Pitch on the way from Crabtree. Down low, and he draws a base on balls. A 1-out walk to Cade Goldstein. It's going to bring up Cole Kosciuszko now for Cal Santa Barbara. Thomas Crabtree on the mound for the Eagles. This will be the 9th batter he's faced this afternoon. Kind of a cold, at times windy day here at Pete Taylor Park. Pitch to Kosciuszko. That one misses pretty good, but just missed down low. And it's 1 ball, no strikes to Kosciuszko. Each team has won a game this weekend. This is a rubber game of the series. There's a throw to first, diving back in Goldstein. One ball, no strikes to Cole Kosciuszko. Pitch on the way. Lifted high to left field. Gillespie drifting to his left and back a little bit. Going to make the catch, and there's 2 away. Kosciuszko flies out to left field, so 2 down. 2 down for Santa Barbara here in the 5th inning, and the batter going to be Nick Hasowski. Hasowski, a walk in the first inning and a stolen base, hit a home run to lead off the 4th. Off of Crabtree, who's still on the mound for the Eagles. So that's the difference in the game right now. The Hasowski home run in the 4th inning. Throw to first, diving back in Goldstein. Crabtree to the plate. That one misses inside. Beautiful Pete Taylor Park, and man, again, people everywhere here. Even though it's a cold, kind of chilly afternoon, there are people everywhere here at Pete Taylor Park. 1-0 to Hosowski. Crabtree from the stretch to the plate. A breaking ball, called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Hosowski. Runner at first is Goldstein. Thomas Crabtree on the mound for the Eagles, the right-hander with a 1-1. That's low. The runner at first takes off. The throw down, not in time and out into center field, but backed up out there by Urban. So Goldstein goes down to second base. He's down there now with 2 outs and a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Hosowski. Goldstein takes a lead down there at second base. Hosowski, the batter. The transfer out of Ball State. Here's Crabtree, looks back at second base, pitch to the plate in the turf inside to the right-handed hitter. 3 balls and a strike. Christian Ostrander watching from that front right corner of the Golden Eagle dugout, the end of the dugout closest to home plate. 3-1 coming to Hosowski, and it's on the way. Ground ball back to second base, scooped up there by Morrison. The throw to first in time to get Hosowski, and that'll do it for Cal Santa Barbara here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 1. They've left 5 on base this afternoon. We got to the bottom of the 5th inning. Golden Eagles down 2-1 this afternoon to Cal Santa Barbara. Back in a moment. Southern Miss baseball, Golden Eagle baseball from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Bottom of the 5th inning at beautiful Pete Taylor Park on a chilly afternoon. The Eagles trailing only 2-1, though. It's been kind of a pitcher's duel. But it will be, we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Ty Long leads it off for the Eagles. Long, Morrison, Urban for the Golden Eagles. Long called out on strikes back in the 2nd inning. His only at bat. He hits this one down to third. Off the shoot tops, the third baseman's got it, and he'll throw Long out at first base. Good play by Esker down there at third base. 1 away as Long grounds out. Eagles just a couple of base hits. They got a single by Stelly back in the 1st inning, a single by Urban in the 3rd. And the top of the order here is Kyle Morrison, the transfer from South Alabama, the 2nd baseman, and our guest on the pregame show earlier today. Pitch on the way, a breaking ball called strike. Now Morrison, great addition to the Eagles. We'll see on 1 pitch. That's down in the turf. 1 ball and 1 strike to Morrison. Getting a little chillier out here today as we've seen of the sun. Haven't seen much of the sun today, but so it's a little later in the afternoon. It gets a little chillier here at the ballpark. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, that time by Morrison. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morrison waiting, and Montgomery's pitch, a breaking ball that misses down low. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's coming to Morrison. There's one fouled away. Stays 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Eagles in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ball game got started a little bit later this afternoon than originally scheduled. Haven't seen much of the sun here this afternoon. Here comes the pitch to the plate. It's outside. Full count now to Morrison as Eagles trying to get something going, down a run. 2-1 lead for Santa Barbara. There's a swing and a miss changed up on Morrison and strikes him out, and there are 2 away. Morrison out on strikes for the second time this afternoon, and Joey Urban going to be the batter. Joey has walked and singled, so he's been on base twice today for the Golden Eagles. Each team got a run in the first inning. Santa Barbara got a run in the top of the 4th. That's been it. 2-1 ball game. Urban hits from the right side. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball called strike. Going 1 to Joey. He scored the only Eagle run. He walked in the first inning and scored on a base hit from Stelly. 0-1 pitch. It's down low. Joey Urban, again, a great addition last year for the Golden Eagles. Pitch to the plate, hits it high, but foul down the left field line. Pulled it foul down the line, right over the batting complex down that left field line. 1-2 now to Urban with 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And wind is blowing pretty good. It's a little bit colder here at Pete Taylor Park as the afternoon goes along. 1-2 pitch bounced out towards second base. That's going to be a play at first and in time to get Urban, and that'll do it for the Eagles. They're down in order here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 5 innings complete here at Pete Taylor Park this afternoon. The Golden Eagles are down by a score 2-1. 2-1 Santa Barbara on top of the Golden Eagles. Back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball from Learfield.
Hey Southern Miss fans, save money and support your team with a Southern Miss debit card from Keesler Federal Credit Union. Don't miss your opportunity to save 10% on game tickets and earn 5% APY on your free checking account. Show your pride in the black and gold every time you use your official Southern Miss card. Only from Keesler Federal, the official credit union of Southern Miss. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership and credit eligibility required. APY is accurate as of 8/1/24.
Are you looking for an HVAC company that cares more? Look no further than Air South Cooling and Heating. We offer 0% financing on new cooling and heating systems, whole house power generators, and water heaters. Benefit from our free consultations, 24/7, 365 emergency service, and a free service call with the repair of your system backed by our satisfaction guarantee. Call Air South Cooling and Heating today at 601-909-0881. Air South Cooling and Heating. We care more. Offer subject to credit approval. See airsouthnow.com for full details.
And we had to the top of the 6th inning, a new pitcher for the Golden Eagles. Christian Ostrander's turn to Cole Richardson, the sophomore right-hander out of nearby Ellisville, Mississippi. So new pitcher for the Eagles, Richardson, going to come on for Southern Miss, and he will be wearing number 30 for the Golden Eagles. So Richardson on 6'5", 190. So he is on the mound, and a guy that stands up there at 6'5", 190 pounds, the right-hander. Out of nearby Ellisville, played at South Jones High School. He is going to face the middle of the order for Cal Santa Barbara. Mendez, Esker, and Carliner. So here's Mendez, the right-hand hitting shortstop. 1 for 2. Popped out, single, stole a base in the 4th inning. And the pitch on the way from Richardson, missed inside, 1-0. A 2-1 ball game. Cal Santa Barbara on top of the Golden Eagles, trying to win the weekend series. And the 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball, called strike from Richardson. Who appeared last year in only 3 ball games for the Golden Eagles. 3 times out of the bullpen. Only worked 2 1/3 innings last year. There's one down and away from Richardson to Jonathan Mendez. And Mendez today has popped out and singled. Richardson, 2-1 pitch to Mendez. Hits it hard but foul down the left field line and land on top of the batting complex. 2-2 to Mendez. And the Golden Eagles and Cal Santa Barbara, 2 teams you'll see around when the postseason gets here. 2-2, bounced out to short, couple of hops. Long's got it, throw to first in time. 1 away. So Mendez grounds out. Richardson retires the first batter he faces this afternoon. And the batter going to be Xavier Esker. Esker has walked and struck out. Young man who hit .281 a year ago for this team with 8 home runs and 38 runs batted in. 0 for 1 today with a walk and a strikeout. Got caught stealing back in the 2nd inning. Take a pitch there for a called strike. Esker now 3 for 10 on the season, hitting .300 so far this year. 0-1 coming to Esker. A breaking ball called strike. And it's 0-2 to Esker. A 2-1 ball game in favor of UC Santa Barbara. 0-2 to Esker is down and away for a ball. 1-2. Not sure if you can hear that wind in our crowd mic, but it's been pretty steady this afternoon, kind of blowing from left to right towards the right field line. Pitch to Esker, check swing, held up, says the first base umpire, Robert Gill. You can hear the crowd, they didn't agree with that. Great crowd here on this ball game for the Golden Eagles. Not a surprise, they're always here in great numbers to watch the Golden Eagles. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Looped out towards right field. A leaping grab out there by Morrison for the Golden Eagles. It robs him of a base hit. Nice play by the Eagles' second baseman. And 2 away. Batter going to be Noah Carliner, who has struck out and singled. And enjoyed visiting with the man who just made that play, Kyle Morrison, in our pregame show. Pitch to the plate, line drive, right field line. That's a foul ball by a couple of feet. It's always enjoyable. We always catch up with one of our Golden Eagles each game for our pregame show. And we got the man who just made that play to stop by and visit with us earlier today, Kyle Morrison. 0-1 pitch down in the turf, and it ricochets back to the screen. Carliner, who played at California State University Dominguez Hills. He's had a good start to his season. 1 for 2 today. Started the day hitting .375. 1-1 pitch, fouled away. Past the Eagle dugout on the first base side. 2 out, nobody on for Cal Santa Barbara, who leads the Eagles 2-1 here this afternoon. Richardson pinch. That one ricochets out of the turf and goes past the catcher out back to the wall. 2-2. So Richardson on the mound. Cole Richardson on the mound for the Golden Eagles. Young man out of, again, South Jones High School up the road. There's a 2-2. Hit back up the middle and out into center field. 2-out single by Carliner, who's got his second base hit of the day. That's now 7 base hits for Santa Barbara in the ball game to just 2 for the Golden Eagles. And the batter going to be Max Stagg, the right-hand hitting left fielder for the Gauchos. And he's walking back toward the dugout. They're going to pinch hit for him. I don't know. Let's see. And it looks like they may be exactly doing that. So the hitter, looks like it's going to be Liam Barrett. Now Barrett's going to pinch hit. Barrett left-handed hitting, pinch hitter. Pitch to the plate, misses off the plate, maybe a bit low. So Stagg, the scheduled batter, it looks like, yep, they're going to pinch hit for him with Barrett, Liam Barrett. Richardson's pitch, that's in for a caught strike. Off-speed pitch, got it in for a strike. 2-1 ball game. Golden Eagles down a run to Santa Barbara. And the 1-1 coming to Barrett. Richardson's pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. 2 out, runner on at first for Cal Santa Barbara, who leads the Eagles 2-1 here this afternoon. 1-2 pitch is down low, but stopped by the catcher Stockman. Two balls and 2 strikes. Both bullpens got everybody standing up. That may be just because it's kind of cold out here this afternoon. That wind is, I'm sure you've been hearing in the crowd mic. It's been chilly out here today. 2-2 coming to Barrett. Change up, and he didn't get the call. Man, it looked like a good pitch there. Outside part of the plate at the knees, but didn't get the call. (3-2) coming to Barrett. Runner at first with 2 out. Top of the 6th for Cal Santa Barbara. Here's Richardson to the plate. Line drive high to right field, but right at Higdon is going to make the catch. Nice job by Richardson. That's it for Barrett, and that's it for Cal Santa Barbara here in the top of the 6th inning. No runs on a base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning this afternoon at beautiful Pete Taylor Park. 2-1. The score in our ball game. Cal Santa Barbara out in front of the Golden Eagles. Back in a moment. Southern Miss baseball from their field. Bottom of the sixth inning. Let's see if Eagles can find a little of that Pete Taylor Park magic here in the bottom of the sixth inning. They'll send up Russo, Stelly, and Higdon to face Kellen Montgomery, the right-hander who has gone all the way this afternoon for Santa Barbara. He's worked 5 innings, given up just 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. He's thrown 79 pitches at this point in the ballgame as he moves to the bottom of this sixth inning. But there is activity up in the Santa Barbara bullpen. Russo, the batter, 0 for 2. Pitch on the way and a breaking ball outside corner called strike. And it is 0-1. Russo has tapped one back to the pitcher and lined out to second base this afternoon. 0-1 pitch. Russo hits one high and deep to right center field. Going back. Forget it. Home run for Russo. And we got a tie ball game. Look at Russo. Now they left one out over the plate. Montgomery left one out over the plate, and Russo is ready for it. Russo, who had 18 home runs a year ago, has got one here to tie up the ball game. First batter in the bottom of the sixth, and Russo's tied it up with a big home run over the right field wall. And just like that, a tie ball game. 2-2, just the third base hit for the Golden Eagles here this afternoon. But no doubt about that when the minute it left the bat of Matthew Russo. And he knew it. That wound up way up in the right field. Roost for a couple of young fans able to track it down. Here's Stelly now for the Eagles. Bouncing ball hit down to third. Fielded by the third baseman. Throw to first in time. Good play there by Esker against Stelly. So home run by Matthew Russo. Man, nobody gets more excited when they hit a home run than Russo. And he has certainly hit a bunch of them in his career as a Golden Eagle. In fact, that one he just hit a moment ago was home run number 25 of his Eagle career. Hit 18 last year. 25 career home runs now for Russo. There's a breaking ball that misses to Higdon. So 2-2 ball game. That's just the third base hit for the Eagles. But Russo made that one count. Pitch to Higdon is down low. And it's 2-0 to Ben. So brand new ball game and some activity now up in the Santa Barbara bullpen. 2-0 pitch to Higdon and misses for a ball, and it's 3-0. Now that home run ball by Russo may have shaken Kellen Montgomery up a little bit. 3-0 pitch, and that's ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Higdon. So Russo hits the home run. Stelly grounds out, but Higdon draws a base on balls for the Eagles, and he represents the go-ahead run over there at first base. Dre Barrett for the Eagles. He's 0 for 2. Couple of ground balls, 1 to short, 1 to second base. But what a great crowd. It is cold out here today, but a great crowd here at Pete Taylor Park. That right field roost, there's people everywhere out there in the right field roost. Dre Barrett, the batter for the Eagles. There's a throw to first base, diving back into Higdon. So a 2-2 game, a brand new ball game in the sixth inning. Pitch to Barrett. He swings and fouls it back into the net. "87 pitches now thrown by Kellen Montgomery in this ball game. 52 have been for strikes. Pitch swung on, fouled away. Down into the Eagle bullpen by Barrett. And it's 0-2. So about a 62-63% strikeout rate there for the right-hander Kellen Montgomery, who's on the mound for Santa Barbara this afternoon. 0-2 coming to Barrett. takes that one, a breaking ball inside for a ball. And Montgomery's trying to struggle a little bit out there as there is right-handed action up in the Santa Barbara bullpen down that right field line. Here's Barrett waiting. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball missed again. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dre Barrett. The Eagles were down 2-1. They've tied it up this 6th inning on a Russo home run. 2-2. Coming to Barrett. Line drive, center field, and it's caught. No, it dropped. He dropped it. Center fielder had it. It popped out of his glove as he hit the turf, and everybody going to be safe. Almost a spectacular catch out there by Kelly. But it popped out of his glove just as he caught it and he hit the turf. Everybody safe. And the Eagles are going to see a visit coming to the mound by Santa Barbara. And that's going to be it, I would suspect, for Kellen Montgomery. The Eagles finally able to get to him a bit here in this 6th inning. And that'll be it for Kellen Montgomery. So pitching change coming here for UC Santa Barbara. They're tied up 2-2 with the Golden Eagles here in the 6th inning. Back to tell you who the new pitcher is for Santa Barbara. When we come back, this is Golden Eagle Baseball, Southern Miss Baseball from their field.
Fans, visit Mississippi's official military museum, the Mississippi Armed Forces Museum, located inside Camp Shelby in South Hattiesburg. The museum is free and open to the public Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. With exhibits from pre-statehood through the global war on terror, the Mississippi Armed Forces Museum has artifacts representing all service branches on display. Uniforms, including the only known World War II-era original Camp Shelby jersey featured at Pete Taylor Park, as well as unique personal items, firearms, tanks, and aircrafts representing all military service branches. For more information, visit msarmedforcesmuseum.org.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder. Hi, I'm Tim from C Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions, all backed by local 24/7 support. C Spire, customer inspired.
Now the Golden Eagles have tied up the ballgame here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A Russo home run tied it up. Then after Stelly grounded out, Higdon has reached on a base on balls. And so the Golden Eagles, and then Barrett came to the plate for the Golden Eagles and singled to center field. So 2 on for the Eagles. 2 on with 1 out in the 6th inning. And it's a 2-2 ball game now here at Pete Taylor Park. So Higdon will be down at second base. Barrett is on at first base for the Golden Eagles after that single to center field. And the batter going to be Davis Gillespie to face the new pitcher Raymond Olivas. Olivas is coming on to pitch for this ball club from California, Santa Barbara. So Olivas is going to come on and make his second appearance of the weekend. He's worked only an inning this year. This weekend he gave up 2 hits and a run that was earned, no walks and a strikeout. So Olivas making his second appearance of the weekend series. Gillespie, the batter, fly ball deep center field, driving Kelly back to the wall. He can't make the catch. Off his glove, off the big black wall. And the Golden Eagles going to get a run and take the lead. And Gillespie winds up out at second base. A double off the wall in center field. Higdon came in to score. Barrett went from first to third. Gillespie standing up out at second base. He drove in 30 runs a year ago. That's a RBI there. And Gillespie's been on base all 3 times this afternoon for the Golden Eagles. Still 1 out and 2 on. There's Tucker Stockman now for the Eagles. The infield is drawn in. For UC Santa Barbara, pitch on the way, a breaking ball called strike. And Gillespie's been on base 3 times, 2 walks, and now the big RBI double here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 2-run 6 so far. Eagles now have a 3-2 lead. First time they've led this afternoon. Stockman the batter, and he takes one low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tucker Stockman. One ball, 1 strike to Stockman. Pitch coming. Outwind misses, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So a Russo home run to tie it after Stelly grounded out. Higdon walked, Barrett singled, and then Gillespie doubled them both in to give the Eagles the 3-2 lead. Ground ball hit past the bag at third, just foul by about a foot, not much. Two balls and 2 strikes. Eagles have 3 base hits in the inning. That home run, Barrett's base hit, Gillespie's 2 base hit. 2-2. Fly ball, right field. Carlin going back. The wind's got it. Back to the warning track. Made the catch. Tagging at third. The Eagles going to get another run. Barrett tagged at third. He came in to score. Gillespie tagged at second. He went over to third, and the Eagles have a 4-2 lead, a 3-run bottom of the 6th inning for Christian Ostrander's ball club. 2 out. The lone runner now is over at third base for the Golden Eagles. Pitch to the plate. Ty Long is the batter. So Stockman, that high fly ball out to right field, a sacrifice fly by Stockman, and he drives in a run. Long, the 7th Eagle batter of the inning, and he fouls that one back into the net. So the lone runner is Gillespie over at third base. Long, the batter, looking for his first base hit of the afternoon. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Chased one, and that's it for Long. And that's it for the Eagles. They'll send 7 batters to the plate, though, and they take the lead. Golden Eagles wind up with a 3-run bottom of the 6th inning. 3-run bottom of the 6th. The Golden Eagles move ahead 4-2. 4-2 lead now for the Eagles over UC Santa Barbara. And we're back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Now the Golden Eagles have taken the lead Eagles take the lead here this afternoon at beautiful Pete Taylor Park. Go Eagles come up there in the bottom of the sixth with a 3-run inning and go from down 2-1 to ahead 4-2. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow all our great affiliates to identify themselves. You're listed as Southern Miss Baseball, Golden Eagle Baseball from Learfield. Top of the seventh for Cal Santa Barbara. Now sending up their 9-1-2 hitters. Liebed, Kelly, and Goldstein to face a new Eagle pitcher. It's Brooks Willoughby on to pitch for the Eagles here in the top of the seventh inning. The left-hander Willoughby will go to work. Pitch on the way. And for a called strike to Liebed, who's gone 0 for 2 this afternoon. Now, ball game today, we got started right around 3 o'clock, right in that area today. So we played just a little over 2 hours today. 0-1 to Liebed, a breaking ball called strike, makes it 0-2. So Willoughby on to pitch for the Golden Eagles. Young man out of Vicksburg, Mississippi, and Warren Central High School, a sophomore left-hander on this ball club. 0-2 coming to Liebed, and it's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Willoughby, last year, 17 appearances, all out of the bullpen. Record of 3-0. Had a save, worked 19 2/3 innings last year for the Eagles. Liebed waiting. Here's the 1-2. Line shot right to glove of the shortstop. Easy play there for the Golden Eagles, and 1 away. A nice play there by the shortstop, Ty Long. Easy play, kind of a soft little liner. 1 away, and here is Kelly now, Rowan Kelly for Santa Barbara, who has gone 1 for 3. Single to start the ball game and scored right away. Gave Cal Santa Barbara a 1-0 lead there in the top of the first inning. Here's a breaking ball called strike to Kelly. Oh, 1 coming to Kelly. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased a big sweeping breaking ball that time. 0-2. Four-2 ball game. Eagles on top. Cal Santa Barbara batting here in the top of inning number 7. Pitch coming to Kelly, and a bouncer out towards short. Fielded there by Long. A 1-hopper to first, not in time. Long had to go a long way to get that one, and throw just not in time. Tried to bounce it over there. Quick hop it over to first base. Didn't do it. Kelly gets an infield hit. 1 out base runner here for Cal Santa Barbara in the top of the 7th inning. Now 2 really good teams squaring off. There's not many matchups like this to start the season that you're seeing here this weekend at Pete Taylor Park. Pitch to Goldstein up under the chin. 1 ball, no strikes to Goldstein, who single, grounded out, and walked today, has a stolen base. He's also been caught stealing today. Now the 1-0 pitch coming to Goldstein. Here it is. Breaking ball outside from Willoughby. 2-0. Willoughby again out of Warren Central High School over in Vicksburg, Mississippi. 15 times out of the bullpen last year in relief. Had a 3-0 record, 5.03 ERA. 2-0 coming to Goldstein. Willoughby kicks high and fires. Called strike. Got it in on the inside corner to the left-handed hitter. 4-2 our score. The Eagles, who trailed most of the afternoon, have the lead now, 4-3. Or 4-2, excuse me. 4-2. Eagles over Cal Santa Barbara. 2-1 pitch. That one missed inside. 3-1 to Goldstein. Willoughby stares in to get the sign. Now the 3-1 pitch coming to Goldstein. And it's hit pretty good to right field. Up in the air, going back, and that one's going to be, that one got out of the ballpark. Got out of the ballpark very quickly. A 2-run home run by Goldstein. And he's going to tie up the ball game. His first home run of the season. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-4 game as we play here in the top of the 7th inning. And that Cal Santa Barbara dugout's going crazy down there. Goldstein hits the home run, a 2-run home run with 1 out in the 7th. And the batter going to be Cole Kosciuszko now for Santa Barbara. It's on the way, a bouncer right back to Willoughby. He fields it on a hop, steps and throws to first in time to get Kosciuszko 2 away. So brand new ball game, 4-4 here in the top of the 7th inning on a 2-run home run by Cade Goldstein for Cal Santa Barbara. Batter scheduled to be Sosky, but we're going to get a trip out to the mound. Christian Ostrander's on his way out to the mound. He's had a couple of guys up in that Eagle bullpen. Not sure if he's ready to make a change here or not. And he is. That's going to be good for Willoughby. So pitching change coming for the Golden Eagles. We'll come back and tell you who it is. We'll take a break. 4-4 ball game as we play here in the top of the 7th inning. Southern Miss and UC Santa Barbara back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from their field.
Dreams. Dreams keep us growing. Dreams keep us caring. Dreams keep us thriving. We've spent the last 125 years turning your dreams into legacies. And that's exactly what we'll be doing for the next 125. Hancock Whitney, your dream, our mission.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Back at Pete Taylor Park, John Cox with you, and welcome into our broadcast today. We've ever had Wyatt before. Wyatt Koppelman producing and coordinating our broadcast back in our studio. So great to have Wyatt a part of our broadcast of Golden Eagle baseball. Look forward to maybe having him on a couple more games as we go along. But right now, the Eagles, who had the lead in this ball game, have surrendered it, and it's a 4-4 ball game now as we're here in the 7th inning. A 2-run home run off the bat of Goldstein has tied it up as we play at the top of the 7th inning. And Hosowski's going to be the batter. He has gone 0-1 for 2. He's walked, he stole a base, he's hit a home run and grounded out. Hosowski, the right-handed hitter.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
0-2 the count on
Trey Willis,
Hasowski.
shorts.
Pitch on the way, down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nick Hasowski. And a 1-2 here for Armistead, the right-hander. On the way. Fouled away, back to the right side. That'll be out near the parking lot. Playing here in the top of the 7th. Eagles got a 3-run bottom of the 6th to take the lead. But Santa Barbara gets a 2-run home run here in the 7th to tie it up. 4-4 ball game. 1-2 to Hasowski, and he fouls it away. That'll wind up in the parking lot as well, back to the right side. So a 4-4 game as we play here in the 7th inning at Pete Taylor Park. 1-2 coming to Hasowski. Pitch from Armistead. Fly ball center field. Urban chasing it back to the edge of the warning track and makes a running catch. Nice play out there by Urban. That's it for Hasowski. That's it for Cal Santa Barbara here in the top of the 7th inning, but they make it a brand new ball game. Eagles get 3 in the bottom of the 6th, but Santa Barbara, the Gauchos, get a couple here in the top of the 7th inning. Again, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. The 7th inning stretch at Pete Taylor Park, all tied up at 4. Back in a moment, Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Welcome back. We're at Pete Taylor Park. Want to say thanks to our good friends at D&D Tire. Be sure to visit University Tire, Pedal Tire, and Warrior Tire for all your automotive needs. Locations in Hattiesburg, Oak Grove, and Pedal. Our good friends at D&D Tire. And don't forget your second favorite home team, our good friends at Economy Supply. Owned and operated by the Myrick family for over 80 years. Located in downtown Hattiesburg since 1941. You get more than just a low price at Economy Supply, a proud sponsor of the Golden Eagles. And we're back to action here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Eagles, Kyle Morrison leading off. He's 0 for 3 this afternoon with a couple of strikeouts. Pitch on the way, and he fouls that one back out of play, back into the apartments over on the third base side of the ballpark. Morrison grounded out of the first, strikeouts in the 3rd and 5th inning today. Pitch coming. It's fouled away as Chase Hoover is on the mound now for this ball club from Santa Barbara. Hoover making his 2nd appearance of the year. He worked 2 innings earlier this year out of the bullpen. 1-2 pitch. stayed up high to Morrison, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, Golden Eagles locked up in a 4-4 battle tonight with Cal Santa Barbara. There's a foul ball off the bat again of Morrison. Glad to have Wyatt Koppelman with us today. Mentioned that earlier, but he's working hard back in that studio, keeping things going for us today. We appreciate Wyatt being a part of the broadcast today. 2-2 down low. It's going to be a 3-2 count now. As Morrison leads it off for the Eagles, and Morrison's out on strikes. Took a look at one there, and it went by for a called strike. Morrison strikes out for the 3rd time this afternoon. So 1 away, Eagles in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's Joey Urban, who has walked, singled, and grounded out. A 4-4 game as we play here in the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th. Pitch to the plate, off speed, a call strike to Urban. Joey again has walked and scored, singled, and then grounded out. So 1 for 2 officially, or 0 for 2 rather officially, with a run scored. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing on one up high, went around. That makes it 0-2. Travis Creel coaching down at 3rd. Ben Blevins down at 3rd for the Golden Eagles. Urban the batter. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming to the plate. Swung on, popped up. Shallow right field, racing in. Carlin, he is going to get there and make the catch, and there are 2 away. So Morrison out on strikes. Urban flies out to right field. Batter going to be Matthew Russo, who is gone 1 for 3 today. Hit that big leadoff home run in the 6th inning. That at the time tied up the ball game. Big left-hand hitting first baseman for the Eagles. Russo waiting, pitch on the way, check swing, breaking ball, called strike. Russo hitting .273 on the year. 0-1 pitch, foul tip that one back. And it's 0-2. Big part of this team. Well, a lot of success Eagles had. You can give some credit to Matthew Russo. He is the ultimate team player. 0-2. Coming to Russo. Chase Hoover, the left-hander's pitch, hit right back to the pitcher, who snags it, flips underhand to first, and they get the out. And that's it for Russo, and that'll be it for the Golden Eagles in the bottom of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Going to move to the top of the 8th inning this afternoon here at beautiful Pete Taylor Park. Golden Eagles and Cal Santa Barbara all locked up. It's a 4-4 ball game. We go to the 8th. Back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
Come on down to the Silver Slipper.
Silver Slipper Casino wants to give you the choice, keys or cash. Play every Friday and Saturday in February and earn your chance to win $10,000 in free slot play. On Saturday, February 28th, 6 finalists and 1 lucky winner will make the choice, keys or cash. That's right. Find the key and choose to take home a new Ford Bronco or that cash grand prize. We're on the beach here in Hancock County, proud to be your host on the coast.
Come on down to the Silver Slipper. Have a good time at the Silver Slipper.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Well, we're going to move to the top of the 8th inning there this afternoon at the Pete Taylor Park. And right now, a 4-4 ball game. The Golden Eagles locked up with California, Cal Santa Barbara. Rubber game of this 3-game weekend series. Santa Barbara won on Friday. Eagles won yesterday. And the rubber game, the Sunday game, is 4-4 here in the top of the 8th inning. And Stelly is going to, let's check, that's maybe a pinch hitter here. And it is Mendez. Actually, Mendez will be the batter here. Pitch to the plate is a called strike. Mendez the batter. As the Eagles have gone to the bullpen a couple of times today, but right now it's Armistead out on the mound. Pitch to the plate is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Armistead in relief. He's facing Jonathan Mendez, who's gone 1 for 3 today. A 1-1 pitch. Missed inside a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles today, we have seen McCarty, English on the mound, Thomas Crabtree, Cole Richardson, Brooks Willoughby, and now J.W. Armistead on the mound for the Golden Eagles here in the inning. And there's a pitch to the plate that missed inside. Playing here in the top of the 8th inning. Again, Mendez 1 for 3 this afternoon. 3-1 coming to Mendez. And he missed. That's a base on balls to Mendez. So Mendez on at first to start things here in the 8th inning for Cal Santa Barbara. And they're going to be Xavier Esker. Esker has walked, struck out, and lined out to second base, and Christian Ostrander's on his way to the mound. And he'll be joined by the infield out there on the mound. Eagle's going to make a pitching change. So a Golden Eagle call to the bullpen. A call to the bullpen that's brought to you by your favorite Kubota dealer, Parish Tractor. So Eagles going to go back to the bullpen. Nobody out, 1 man on for Cal Santa Barbara here in the top of the 8th inning. Take a break, tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. This is Golden Eagle baseball from Learfield.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder. Hi, I'm Tim from C Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions. All backed by local 24/7 support. C Spire, customer inspired.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Well, we are back at Pete Taylor Park. Got a 4-4 ball game between the Golden Eagles and the ball club from Santa Barbara. And the Eagles have made a pitching change. They have gone to the bullpen. And they have brought in the right-hander, Dylan Causey, 6'2", 220, true freshman out of Ellisville, Mississippi, just up the road. Played at South Jones High School. So, new pitcher for the Golden Eagles as we play here in the 8th inning. And so final warm-up tosses being taken there by Dylan Causey. And he is going to face in that Cal Santa Barbara lineup. With a runner at first, he'll face Xavier Esker, who's gone 0 for 2. Esker, a .281 hitter a year ago. So Mendez, the runner at first base. Esker, the batter for the Gauchos. Pitch on the way, bunted first base side. Causey off the mound to get it, flips over to first. They get the out. So Esker going up there to lay down what he just did, lay down that sacrifice. Get the runner Mendez down to second base. So one out runner at second. And Noah Carliner will be the batter. He's gone 2 for 3 today, couple of singles and a stolen base. I'll give you one of the best stats of the day here in a moment about the weekend crowd here at Pete Taylor Park. Carliner, the batter. Pitch on the way. There's a swing and a miss. Good pitch from Causey that time. 3-day opening weekend total at Pete Taylor Park. Well, first, today's attendance, 5,459. That's today's attendance. I'll give you the 3-day weekend total here in a minute. 0-1 to Carliner from Causey. That one misses. All right, here's the 3-day opening weekend total at Pete Taylor Park. 16,518. That sets an opening weekend series record here at Pete Taylor Park, Hill Denson Field. So congratulations to everybody involved in that, and thank you fans for helping set that record. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Carliner. 1-2. That was 5,498 on Friday, 5,561 on Saturday, and that all adds up when you throw in today 16,518. Today 5,459. There's one fouled back by Carliner. So again, the 3-day total 16,518 here at the beautiful Pete Taylor Park. Thank you, Golden Eagle fans, for helping set that brand new record. 1-2 coming to Carliner from Causey. Swing and a miss, and Causey gets a strikeout. His first strikeout as a Golden Eagle, and there are 2 away. Batter now going to be Barrett. Check that. This will be Bazizo, who came in as a outfielder after Stagg had been pinch hit for back in the 6th inning. So Bazizo will be the hitter. He checks his swing, but he went around. That's strike one. Leadoff walk to Mendez, but Causey's come in and got a sacrifice and a strikeout, and 1 out away from getting out of this inning. Causey, the right-hander, 0-1 pitch. Check swing up high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. How about that? That's what a number that is, huh? 16,518. That's a lot of folks. And they made their way into Pete Taylor Park this weekend. 1-1 pitch. Missed inside to Bazizo. 2-1. 4-4 ball game here in the top of the 8th inning. 2-1. Coming to Bazizo. Pitch for Causey. Fouls it away. Fouls it back over into the apartments on the third base side. So the Golden Eagles making several Parrish tractor calls to the bullpen here this afternoon. Bazizo waiting. 2-2 pitch, and he popped it back foul and out of play. 4 runs, 9 hits, an error, 6 left for the Eagles. Or check that for Eagles. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 left for Santa Barbara. 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They've left 6 on base. 2-2 to Bazizo. Causey, the right-hander, to the plate. Struck him out. Checked his swing, and they get him out. And that's it for Cal Santa Barbara here in the top of the 8th inning. Got the leadoff walk, but Causey came in and got the Eagles out of a little bit of trouble there. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base here as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. All tied up 4-4 Southern Miss and UC Santa Barbara. Back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball from Learfield. Bottom of the 8th inning this afternoon at Pete Taylor Park. What an atmosphere. What a day for the Golden Eagles. Right now they're locked up in a 4-4 ball game with UC Santa Barbara. And here we go in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it'll be Caleb Stelly leading it off for the Eagles, facing Chase Hoover, who's on the mound for UC Santa Barbara, the left-hander. To the plate, it's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Stelly. Stelly, Higdon, Barrett for the Eagles. 1-1 pitch is up high. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Stelly. 4-4 ball game as we play here in the bottom of the 8th. Hoover, the left-hander, to the play. There's one tap down the third base side. Tough play. And the throw to first. Oh, man. Stelly fell down trying to race down that first base line. That gave the third baseman a chance to pick up the ball and make the throw to first. And so out at first is Stelly. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Stelly was taken off and just lost his balance going down that first base line, and they got the throw to first base in time to get him. One away. Here's Higdon, who swings and misses. Higdon 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored this afternoon. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball called strike. And it's 0-2 now to Higdon. Southern Miss today, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 left. Pitch up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. While Cal Santa Barbara, 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 errors. They've left 7 on base this afternoon. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball down the left field line. Stagg going back. He's got room and makes the catch. Check that. That's Biezo, who had just checked into the ball game. He made that catch out in left field, 2 away. Two away. And the batter will be Dre Barrett. Barrett's gone 1 for 3 this afternoon. Pitch on the way. Check swing. Called strike. 0-1. Hoover's come in and worked an inning and 2/3 out of the bullpen today for Santa Barbara. There's one hit high down the right field line by Barrett going back. Get out of here. Home run, and the Eagles have the lead. Dre Barrett homers down the right field line. That one kept going and going and going, and it's out of here for a Golden Eagle home run. A 2-out home run in the bottom of the 8th inning by Dre Barrett, and the Eagles have the lead. A 5-4 lead for the Eagles. A 2-out home run down the right field line by Barrett. Back and forth, this one's gone today. I think Barrett knew it when it left his bat. He had a home run. That one just got over the mugshot sign down that right field line. And time called, a trip to the mound now by UC Santa Barbara. And that's going to be it for Chase Hoover. Did a pretty good job out of that bullpen for Santa Barbara, but that last pitch got out of the ballpark. And the Eagles have a 5-4 lead. Barrett, a home run, 369 feet down that right field side. And the Eagles regain the lead, now 5-4 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It was a 1-0 game in favor of Santa Barbara in the top of the first. Eagles tied it with a run at the bottom of the first. Santa Barbara took a 2-1 lead with a run in the 4th inning. Eagles got 3, though, in the bottom of the 6th inning to go up 4-2. Santa Barbara got 2 in the top of the 7th to tie it 4-4. Eagles just got the lead back on a home run down the right field line by Dre Barrett. And a pitching change coming on here for UC Santa Barbara. They brought in Josh Giannicelli. Giannicelli is going to come on and pitch for this ball club from UC Santa Barbara. But a big clutch home run there off the bat of Dre Barrett for the Golden Eagles. And the Eagles have a 5-4 lead with 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 2-run, or a home run with 2 outs, rather, here in the 8th inning off the bat of Dre Barrett. And so Giannicelli comes on to pitch for Santa Barbara. And the Eagles now lead at 5-4 this afternoon. What a great weekend. Great crowds, as we talked about there earlier. Opening weekend, 3-day total of 16,518. And now the Eagles have regained the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A lot of smiles in that Golden Eagle dugout right now. So, new pitcher warming up, Josh Giannicelli. He's got to come in now, and he's going to face Davis Gillespie. Gillespie scheduled up for the Golden Eagles. Home run by Barrett, though. He hit 9 home runs a year ago for the Golden Eagles, and he just got one of the biggest home runs of his career as a Golden Eagle. So here's Gillespie stepping in. Pitch on the way to Gillespie, way up high from Giannicelli. All right, home run, rightfully so, got the Eagle faithful fired up. 1-0 pitch to Gillespie, missed high and inside. 2-0. Continued action down in the Santa Barbara bullpen. Giannicelli, 2-0 pitch. Down low, it's 3-0. A 2-out home run down that right field side, about 2 signs in from the foul pole over the mugshots sign. A home run for Barrett. Fastball called strike at the knees for Giannicelli. It's 3-1. Now to Gillespie. 3-1 pitch. Pop back right after towards us here. Back behind the plate. Lands just in front of us here, and it's a full count, 3-2. So the Eagles with a 5-4 lead. We play here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-2 to Gillespie. Bouncing ball down to third. Fielded there. Throw to first is just in time. Bang, bang, play at first, but they got him. That's it for Gillespie. That's it for the Eagles, but they take the lead on the clutch home run off the bat of Dre Barrett here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We go to the top of the 9th. All of a sudden, the Eagles just 3 outs away from a Sunday afternoon victory here at Pete Taylor Park. Back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
Hey Southern Miss fans, save money and support your team with a Southern Miss debit card from Keesler Federal Credit Union. Don't miss your opportunity to save 10% on game tickets and earn 5% APY on your free checking account. Show your pride in the black and gold every time you use your official Southern Miss card. Only from Keesler Federal, the official credit union of Southern Miss. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership and credit eligibility required. APY is accurate as of 8/1/24.
When you're on the move and looking for nonstop college sports action, get the Varsity Network app and take the game with you everywhere. Stream live play-by-play from schools across the country right from your phone, free. Catch hundreds of weekly podcasts, including shows from your favorite teams, all in one place. From football Saturdays to midweek hoops, it's your all-access pass to the college sports world. Whether it's game day or just your daily drive, the Varsity Network app has you covered. Download now and listen live for free on the Varsity Network app.
Win over the weekend of the 3-game series to open up the season. 5-4 Eagles. We go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for Cal Santa Barbara. And on the mound for the Golden Eagles is going to be Camden Clark. Clark goes to the mound for the Golden Eagles. The sophomore out of nearby Laurel, Mississippi, 6'1", 200 pounds. Camden Clark played at Pearl River Community College before joining the Eagles down at Pearl River, about 50 miles or so down the road. So top of the 9th inning. Pitch lined into the glove of the second baseman. Oh, man, what a play. Hard hit ball. But the Eagles there to make the play. Great play out there by Kyle Morrison, who visited with us on the pregame show here this afternoon. And 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning. As Leavitt lines out to second. Top of the order. Kelly swing and a miss. So Eagles 2 outs away from a exciting Sunday afternoon victory and a season opening series win. Pitch on the way. Called strike. 0-2. Rowan Kelly has got a couple of hits today. Listen to that crowd here at Pete Taylor Park. Two coming to Kelly, just missed off the plate for a ball, and it's 1-2. So Eagles a couple outs away from winning this one this afternoon. 1-2 coming to Kelly. Pitch from Clark, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 away. Here at the top of the 9th inning. Cade Goldstein will be the batter for Santa Barbara. 2 outs, nobody on base. 1 out away from a Sunday afternoon victory and a season opening series win over Cal Santa Barbara. Goldstein, home run the last time up. There's a pitch outside from Camden Clark. One ball, no strikes to Goldstein. Pitch from Clark, swung on and headed right back this way. But caught that big netting back behind the plate. One ball, one strike, Goldstein. Eagles 1 out away from a season opening series victory over UC Santa Barbara. 1-1 pitch, called strike. And it's 1-2. Now 1 strike away. The crowd is on their feet here at Pete Taylor Park. Everybody on their feet. This place is going to explode if the Eagles hang on to win it. Clark on the mound. A 1-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Goldstein. A 2-2 pitch on the way. Popped up left side of the diamond. The shortstop Long going to make the catch. And he dropped it. Oh, he dropped it. Took his eye off it and he dropped the baseball. It hit in his glove and he dropped it. And Cal Santa Barbara still alive in this one. Goldstein will reach over at first base. Just popped right out of the glove of the Eagles shortstop, Ty Long. Here's Kosciuszko down for Santa Barbara. Pitch to the plate. It's down low, ball 1. 5-4 lead for the Eagles. Tying run over at first base for Santa Barbara here in the top of the 9th inning. Camden Clark for the Eagles to the plate. Swung on, fly ball, center field. That's driving Urban back to the wall. Has he got room? It's up and he can't make the catch. It's off the top of the big center field wall. We got a tie ball game. And they're going to get a runner over to third base. Oh, man. Urban came close to grabbing that one. It hit about 2/3 of the way up the big black wall in center field. And Urban tried to reach up and grab it, but he couldn't. That allowed Goldstein with 2 outs. He was on the move. He came around to score. And Kosciuszko winds up now over at third base for Cal Santa Barbara. But a brand new ball game now, 5-5 here in the top of the 9th inning. And the Eagles will make a trip out to the mound. Almost got out of the ballpark. That was almost as close as you get out of the ballpark without it getting out of here. A 2-out error by the Eagles. And then a triple by Cole Kosciuszko to tie up the ball game. And the batter now will be Haskowski, who hit a home run back in the 4th inning today. Pitch to the plate, way up high from Camden Clark. Go ahead run down at third base for Santa Barbara. They're on the top of the 9th. They've scored a run to tie it. Pitch to the plate, inside for ball 2 from Clark. Go ahead run at third base with 2 outs here in the 9th. There's the 2-0 pitch. Check swing. That's a called strike. And it's 2-1 now to Haskowski. Camden Clark, the right-hander on the mound. Big deep breath. 2-1 to Haskowski. Swing and a miss on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 2-2. Well, we've got a tie ball game now here in the 9th inning. 2-2 to Petoskey. Up high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Mendez is waiting on deck for Cal Santa Barbara. Three-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. We're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. But Cal Santa Barbara able to stay alive. A 2-out error by the Eagles, followed by a triple by Kosciuszko, tied up the ball game. 5-5 we go to the bottom of the 9th inning here at Pete Taylor Park in Hattiesburg. 5-5 Southern Miss and UC Santa Barbara. Back in a moment. Golden Eagle baseball from Learfield.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Trey Willis, shortstop.
Marshall Jones, first baseman.
Alex Philbin, center fielder. Hi, I'm Tim from C Spire. Am I in the right place?
It always pays to have the right players on your team. That's why C Spire gives you fiber-fast home internet, nationwide 5G wireless, and best-in-class business solutions. All backed by local 24/7 support. C Spire, customer inspired.
Now they run for Cal Santa Barbara at the top of the 9th inning. Going to send it to the bottom of the 9th inning here this afternoon at Pete Taylor Park. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Southern Miss Baseball. Golden Eagle Baseball from Learfield. Now we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. All tied up 5-5. What a ball game today between the Golden Eagles and UC Santa Barbara. On the mound for Santa Barbara will be Josh Janicelli, who was in there to get the last out of the bottom of the 8th inning. He'll go to work. First pitch misses inside to Tucker Stockman. Stockman, Long, and Morrison for the Golden Eagles to face the right-hander Janicelli. Pitch on the way. Ground ball right back off the leg of the pitcher. That will be a play at first, but not in. No, he can't make the play. And so Stockman hit it off the leg of Janicelli, the pitcher. It ricocheted towards shortstop. They got to it, but had no play at first. And so Eagles have the winning run at first base here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Batter going to be Ty Long, going to get a runner at first for the Eagles. Seth Smith will go run for Stockman over at first base. So Eagles have the winning run at first with nobody out of the bottom of the 9th inning, and a trip out to the mound by this ball club from UC Santa Barbara. I'm not sure going to make a change or not. This may just be a strategy talk out there on the mound. But how about this? Top of the 9th. Cal Santa Barbara able to get a reach on a 2-out error and then followed by a triple. It tied up the ball game. Eagles now here in the bottom of the 9th inning get an infield hit to start things off. So Smith over at first base after that base hit, but now a pinch runner. Smith, rather, the pinch runner. Stockman's the guy who reached base. Smith is the pinch runner. So Eagles now with a runner on and nobody out. Josh Janicelli, the right-hander, on the mound. He'll face Ty Long, who squares to bunt, and it's down low, ball 1. We won a ball game in the opening weekend of the season. 1 ball, no strikes to Long. Pitch on the way from Giannicelli, a bunt foul down the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, this is one we're going to talk about for a while. Five, bottom of the 9th inning. Long squares to bunt, pitch on the way, bunts it foul down the first base side again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Long. Trying to bunt it to the right side to get Smith down to second base, the pinch runner. A ball and 2 strikes to Ty Long. The right-hander Giannicelli kicks and fires. Breaking ball high, 2-2. What a wild ball game. A wild one today here at Pete Taylor Park. Two the count to Long, and it's down and away. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Smith at first for the Golden Eagles as the pinch runner. Giannicelli from the belt, the right-hander. 3-2 pitch. He walked him, and Eagles have a couple on. So now the winning run is Smith down at second base for the Golden Eagles. Eagles have the winning run down at second base. And here is the Eagle batter, Kyle Morrison, the young man who is looking for his first base hit of the ball game. And a trip to the mound coming here from UC Santa Barbara. They're going to have a strategy meeting out there on the mound. Their head coach, Andrew Checketts, he's in his 15th season. They're going to make a pitching change. Checketts in his 15th season as the head coach at Santa Barbara. So Giannicelli comes out of the ball game, and they're going to bring in, I think it's a left-hander they're bringing in here to face the left-handed hitting Kyle Morrison. Now, again, Eagles were 3 outs away from winning it in the top of the 9th, but an error and a triple brought a run in for Santa Barbara that tied the ball game up. That turned it to the bottom now of the 9th inning where we are right now, and an infield hit to start things off for the Eagles. Stockman reached on an infield hit. Eagles brought in Seth Smith to be the pinch runner. Then a walk to Ty Long. And that brought the pitching change here as Giannicelli is out and Nick Peterson is going to be the new pitcher. So Peterson will come on to pitch here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Peterson, a left-hander junior out of Tustin, California. He'll come in to face the left-handed hitting Kyle Morrison. Morrison will be the batter. Urban will be on deck. As the Eagles right now tied up 5-5, trying to avoid going to extra innings. Trying to win it here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Boy, what a classic here on the opening weekend of the college baseball season. So final warm-up tosses being taken by Nick Peterson. Again, a 5-5 game, 5 runs, 10 hits for Santa Barbara today. 5 runs, 7 hits for the Golden Eagles. Each team has made an error. So final warm-up toss is being taken now by Peterson, who's going to face the top of the order for the Eagles, Kyle Morrison. And Morrison, pretty good hitter. 294 hitter last year before coming to Southern Miss, and He's gone 0 for 4 today, and he struck out 3 times. But it doesn't take much. Just got to get one past the infield, and you can win the ball game. So the young left-hander Peterson is on the mound. Left-handed hitting. Morrison for the Eagles, who are trying to win it here in the bottom of the 9th. Corners are drawn in, infield's drawn in. Pitch to the plate, bunted, back to the mound. They'll throw to first base and get the out there, but the Eagles get the winning run over to third base. Morrison does his job. He lays down the sacrifice. So Eagles now have Smith over at third, Long down at second. The batter going to be, and they're going to walk Urban intentionally. So that'll bring up Matthew Russo with a chance to be the guy who plates the game winner. Bases loaded now for the Eagles after the intentional walk to Urban. Left-handed hitting Russo, the left-handed pitcher Peterson. And all you got to do is get one in the air, get one out of the infield. You can win the ball game. Pitch on the way in the turf, and it's blocked by the catcher. Well, that's not what you want to do. Throwing down in the turf. Winning run. Smith is the potential winning run over there at third base. One ball, no strikes to Russo. Breaking ball, that one misses, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. A walk's as good as a base hit. Five here in the bottom of the 9th. Peterson, the left-hander, on the way with this one. Ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. And this crowd will come to their feet at Pete Taylor Park. The Eagles now 1 pitch away from a walk-off victory. Peterson kicks and fires. Ball 4, he walked him. And the Eagles going to win the ball game. A bases loaded walk to Russo on 4 pitches. And the winning run is Smith, who comes in and touches home plate, and the Eagles have won it. This one going to belong to the Golden Eagles. A walk-off walk after the Eagles had given up a run in the top of the 9th inning. They load the bases and get a walk to win it. Russo draws the bases loaded walk to bring in the winning run, and this one's going to belong to the Golden Eagles. They're going to win it in walk-off fashion here on a Sunday afternoon by a score of 6-5. 6-5 win for the Golden Eagles here this afternoon at Pete Taylor Park. What a way to end this opening weekend of the college baseball season. Eagles win it and go to 2-1 on the year. The loss, of course, goes to Santa Barbara. They go to 1-2 on the year. Eagles win it on a walk to Russo with the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th inning. Back in a moment, Golden Eagle baseball, Southern Miss baseball from Learfield.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?